Hey, tap in, nigga, log in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Hey, it's your host with the most cool, I don't smoke yuck motherfucking mouth in the house with the beautiful
Simone Taylor back in the building.
and the illest thing in Nebraska, B.
Catofonia, oh my mama.
And this is Smoke a Lot Radio Live, man. We live on YouTube, baby. Yada-da! You feel me? Hit them likes, hit them notification bells, all that shit so you can be in the mix, you hear me? And it's an honor to have special guests. Bishop motherfucking Lamont in the building. Bar guy.
Church.
Bar motherfucking guy, man.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me. Come on, man. I'm honored.
Yo, man, Bishop in the motherfucking house. Simone back in the house, man. We gotta tap in with Simone, too. Where have you been, my friend?
Man, just, getting to the bag.
I see, shit. We all came in this motherfucker yellow, but god damn, her yellow look like Dubai yellow.
Yes, it does.
Lambo yellow.
It does look like the sands of
yellow is
Dubai.
different. Austin Martin yellow, like something different.
On my mama.
So where have you been? Any vacations or something? Any wild shit? Like any wild dates? Anything wild people trying to do? They always come with the gifts and trying to, get you right.
Just, I got another stalker, but I'm working on it.
You keep a stalker.
It ain't over no Jamaican chicken this time, man.
No.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Is he American?
It ain't no dog.
Is he American?
It ain't no dog, but he better not have a dog.
No.
All right, cool. This nigga's the stalker with the dog is the mainiest nigga.
You know your stories be our glory. I want to hear that motherfucker.
It's too much.
We can't put the nigga on blast like that. This is live too. He'll fuck around the call right now. Like, what the fuck you talking about? And she on live again on her shit, so we ain't gonna put it on blast, but just know that she gotta get rid of another stalker. Y'all quit stalking my little sis too. She bad as fuck, but god damn, man. Wait your turn, shit. Or let her choose up. You ain't gotta stalk. Let her say, hey, come over. Don't be like, where you at? What you doing? How you doing? Thinking about shit. Where you wake up doing? What you eat today? What you got on? You need me to change your tires. Where you at? I love you. Marry me. We don't need all that, my niggas. Do you need that?
Man, it's crazy.
The marriage game is real.
It's crazy.
The marriage game is real.
It's crazy. I've been so low key. It's that bad. Like, I've been so low key. That's how bad it is.
But that's when the motherfuckers really come out. Cause now they coming out with some motherfucking conviction. Cause they need to get your ass about. Now you back on the air.
Bruh.
Moist and brown like that too?
Bruh. Moist and brown.
Some Simone McNugget type shit? Oh my God, a Moni McNugget?
The Moni McNugget.
Moni McNuggets forever.
I'm done.
Hey, she backers in the motherfucker.
You saw it was the moist for you?
Moist and brown. With conviction.
With conviction.
Like that was the movie. That's the trailer.
You gotta have your adjective game up.
Man, excellent.
But no, that's pretty much it, man. Just being low key, staying to myself. Isolation is,
Yeah, shit, we
it's
missed.
key.
We missed.
Hell yeah, especially in this motherfucking COV days. You know what I mean? We can't even say the shit, you know what I mean? Get blipped. But yeah, especially in these dangerous times, yeah, you wine. Niggas walking around with Godzilla breath, man. It can really kill a motherfucker. Nigga, one breathe on you, nigga, gonna burn you, nigga. So we gotta watch it, nigga.
I'm saying.
I'm out of there. I'm out.
So what you think about this NBA and this mandate and these motherfuckers gotta get it, man? How long people gonna run for the jab if they ain't got it? How long you think the jabathon gonna continue?
I mean, it's people that's getting this vaccine and still catching COVID. So it's like...
Message.
Because it ain't about COVID.
It's not.
It's about what's in that motherfucker. Well, you know
It's
what?
about control.
It's a way we gotta sit up there and package things on Smoke a Lot Radio. You might not hear some of this shit first.
It's about control.
Fuck that jab. Period. My thing is this.
That jab?
Why are they so worried about it? If it's non-effective, if people that got the jab still get COVID, Delta 8 variants, all the new. Now you talking about a nigga need a booster shot. That shit ain't working, niggas.
Because I want to know,
somebody had to boost
what am I boosting?
Yeah, and I mean just for the other balance.
I never
of
had
it.
to get a booster chicken pox shot.
True, but I'm vaccinated, so everybody got to do what they got to do for themselves. But I did it because my mom had a stroke. I live for her. My aunt is in a convalescent home, dementia. I need to be around her. My wife, my daughter.
And
so
this
that's
is
me.
what
That's
I want.
understandable.
But I
me?
want to
Well,
clarify
that's me.
something.
That's being responsible, though.
I want to
That's
clarify
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
The elders and the kids.
I want-
You feel me?
Yes.
But I know Tuskegee experiment is real. We
I
know
wanna-
all the
but
shit
see,
that
look,
they do, but
I
we
want
gotta
to
know for
clarify
ourselves.
something about the need you felt you had to give us the disclaimer, because that's a silent thing in the black community where everybody feels they can't reveal or unreveal. The point ain't if somebody has did it or not. The point is the politics and the energy people is putting around the action that makes other motherfuckers feel like you said, well, I had to do it because of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't have to disclose
But-
all
but
of that.
they should
But
say
you
it.
have to because of how society is deeming this shot.
Because they're making people go against each other.
Yeah.
It is
They
your
using a
choice.
tactic about
it
the
is
shit.
your choice.
And that's where the
however you
question comes
choose.
from.
Yeah, so that's
it don't
why I
come
say
from
that.
actual medical, and we know that something happened and we all need to be treated. It's the thing and the energy come around it to where your mind ain't actually on treatment no more. It's like, well, damn, why you getting at me like that?
Yeah.
Why I gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
And just for the energy to give people the other side of the story, because some people will just be, I'm not getting vaccinated, this and that. Like on the
And you
song, I
shouldn't
got
bang it on
circus
nobody. You
animals.
shouldn't be
I'm
nothing
like,
that
I
you
know
have to
this is the
bang.
experiment, I know these things,
Yeah.
but it was a choice that me and my wife made together, and we researched it as best we could, and then that's our decision. But it's the same way in the Bible. The plagues was here before. What it's gonna be is gonna be. We can
Right.
get on a spiritual level and be like, look, it's gonna be what it's gonna be under the Most High. So it's
And
already,
that's
I'm on
why I
borrowed
agree with you
time.
100%
So I'm not
because-
tripping.
I got a
Yeah.
story though. I got a story why I don't
Mm,
want
mm.
it for me or my kids or my wife, because just getting school vaccinations for my 4-year-old to go to school, that gave my 4-year-old autism. Them
Yes.
shots.
Yes.
Now I got to deal with this for the rest of my son's life. I'm gonna have to hold his hand and he gonna have to live with us
Yes.
until because of school vaccination shots. Your shots you got to get to go to fucking preschool. So with that being said, I don't trust them because
I don't
there's
trust
certain
them either.
areas where they gonna purposely fuck you up.
And
Period.
prayers on that and blessings on your child for having
Period,
to go
my
through
nigga.
that.
So I don't trust nothing. They don't take flu shots, none of that shit.
I would always argue, well, not argue, but I'd have that discussion with whatever nurse would come in before my daughter would, we see the pediatrician or whatever, and they'd be trying to get these vaccinations done. And I say off the record, do you give them to your children? She said no. So I said, why would I give them to mine?
Right.
So in that case,
But
yes,
they lean back
absolutely.
like Fat
Can't
Joe
go
and come
to
take the
school,
jab.
Right,
bruh.
then I'm like,
this is the shots that they need before they go to school.
Right,
When they,
right.
like kindergarten and shit, preschool.
Right.
They gotta have these shots to even go to school.
Right.
So
And-
it's
and I
forced, it's
understand-
mandatory to
and-
make
and-
these
and
get these
yuck-
school shots.
And yuck, I understand 100%. That's why it's a trip. Like, I hear a lot of people, journalists and other people,
Yeah, so I
it's
don't
like,
trust
We
that
don't
shit.
trust them,
It's
and you
like-
shouldn't
Got
trust
autism
them.
'cause
it's like,
of the
and the main
vaccination,
trust
nigga, go to
comes
preschool,
from
nigga.
the energy
Fuck that.
around it more than the actual action of the vaccine.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that medicine and vaccine don't work, and I take a BC powder before I'm gonna get drunk.
There you
and
go.
And the
There
headache
you
goes
go.
right away.
There you go.
Yeah,
But
so
everything
it's
out
the
there.
thing and the style of how y'all trying to administer it to me.
And it's always
You're
a
trying to
hustle.
punk me. You're
It's
trying to
always a hustle.
shame me. You're
There's
trying to-
always
you know
a
what I'm
hustle.
saying?
It's
Yeah.
big pharma. We ain't even, this, that, and the third, but it's always hustle to get other people to buy this, that, and the third. And it keeps people in a frenzy.
Yeah.
And they get their products
'Cause
off
it's
and then
trying
they
to
move on
control
to the
fear
next
shit.
thing.
I'm glad
So
we got him on here because we got one of the smartest, most conscious motherfucking West Coast motherfucking beasts. You know what I'm saying? Before Kendrick Lamar, it was this nigga in
That's what I don't
Razzcast.
say, man.
It was this nigga in this brother
Shout
in
out to Raz.
Razzcast.
No, it's still,
You know what I'm
it can
saying?
still
On
be
my
niggerish.
mouth.
I just,
Yeah.
I limited it,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that ain't our
I
shit.
still have my nigga moments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I still got to give you yours.
Shouts
though,
out
'cause
to
right now
Raz.
we in clutch fist mode. We in clutch fist
Booyah
mode.
Tribe.
We clutchyante right
Yes,
now.
yes, brother. Look
Yeah,
at
Hey
it.
man,
Right.
he
Call me
said
Clutch
the
and
right
Fork.
name. He said the right name. That sound a major motherfucking similarity, man.
Who?
Kendrick Lamar, Bishop Lamont.
Come on,
That's-
stop
that's
playing.
Lil Bro, too.
Did y'all
Shouts out
make
to
each other a
Kendrick.
name? Like, how that happened?
Listen, shouts out to all TDE, Willie B, all them, because they still think he got the crib over there on the other side of Dominguez University in Carson. But I used to come to see them at the crib, you know what I mean, when he was still K-Dot and J-Rock and all them over there. When
he was K-Dot.
Yeah,
Right.
that's all blessings. And when we was working on Detox many moons ago, I had all them in the studio. He actually drove J-Rock to the studio because J-Rock didn't have a license. He got arrested, then he had to bring him back the next day. But I'm so proud of all them. You know what I'm saying? Like Absol,
you big bro.
his mama got the magic disc, you know, always, forever. That's what we was doing our thing. So, like, I love seeing all them.
I mean,
but yeah, that's family.
And you big bro, and I didn't bring it up with the pun. I brung it up for us people to know that it's an umbrella over here. It's an unsung secret umbrella. And sometimes motherfuckers need to know that's our conscious hot nigga, but he got some of that motherfucking cabbage, greens, and goddamn celery from you, Raz.
Yeah, but it's like
everybody didn't think over here because it wasn't cool.
Nah, because
you
they
know
don't
that. You had
understand
to
what
fight
we was
through that.
doing. Yeah,
The gangster rap ran the game.
Right.
Y'all had to fight through that.
And we
Somebody
with that
said
too,
Bishop
but it's
Lamar.
like this how we coming though. So it's like it was everything to us to move the New West. So Kendrick, all them was there, and so that was always my movement. That's what I told niggas back then. I don't care if you 50, if you ain't had your support and your proper push, nigga, you New West.
Right.
They tried to take my shit and make it like I had issues with my
They
OGs.
twisted that up.
No, and that's how
Right.
propaganda work. No, I'm trying to liberate. I had so many niggas coming up to the beach. Shouts out to Dorsey Fuller, to Wallace Sharp, rest in peace, DJ Adeo. I was making them mad with all the niggas I was bringing off the streets, and they're arguing like, why you ain't playing West
You the
Coast?
first guest
Shouts out
we
to Big
had
Y.
spoke on New West.
Man, oh, sorry. Yeah,
No,
man.
Niggas don't know about the New West movement. That was a movement where it was a lot of niggas coming up and they tried to pan us against the big homies.
Right, and no, it was about giving everybody their own chance to shine. We don't need cosigns.
Yeah.
I only signed to Dre because that was strategic, and we already had relationships from ghostwriting over there before Many Moons and whatnot. But I'm looking at how I can liberate.
Shouts out to Slim.
Yeah, shouts out to Slim the Mobster.
Oh, yeah, Slim the Mobster.
All them players.
The Ghost Ride Bandit.
You know what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah.
that's the energy. So I'm so proud to see it happen because it's just like seeing cats blow up. Don't have to be under people ghost writing and ghost producers and never getting your credit. I want to see more people thrive. That's how you really have a community. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing, man.
That's
like,
the energy for me.
Like my nigga TriStar.
Yeah, that's the only
Shouts
thing.
out to TriStar Church.
On my mama.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, let's take it back because we getting into the story, man. Let's get the fans that don't know.
Let's give
let
to
them
them.
know the beginning. You know what I mean? Before you even met Dre at the video shoot. But let's get to when you started rapping. You know what I mean? In Inglewood, California, man. What junior high school? High
Shit,
school,
nah, not even.
elementary. Like, when did you pick up the music? Like, is it in your family? Your dad get down, your mom get down, your grandma? You a church guy? Like, what got you musically inclined and to do bars?
That's a
Start
great
rapping?
question. It's always been there. I mean, my family is rooted in music as well as the church, as well as military, as well as the streets. All them things is juxtaposed. So for me growing up, I heard everything as a baby. But the music impacting as far as the hip hop, it was probably the 80s in Anaheim when we was living in Buena Park. And my brother was either playing Too Short or it was Run DMC. It was
Nah,
either
we don't keep
Life
it at that. He was
Is.
playing Too Short.
Shouts out to Short
He was
Dogs.
playing
Life
Short.
Is. But it was like because you saw the kids cringe, like the young girls cringe. People would cringe at the cuss words, but the power of the words, you know, they did something to my mind in the music. So it just became what I wanted to do. But most of all, it was to impress my brother. It's funny when you got a big brother and you want their attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was trying to do what they doing. Hey, you just keep going with it. And breakdancing, spinning around, even trying to spin on carpet. When you on that nonsense, you got cardboard. You know what I'm saying?
You had the good shoulders back then. You had the good shoulders.
Yeah, so it's just like, that was the thing. And seeing, man, being at the Forum, and seeing all them great acts there, seeing the Jackson 5, seeing Michael Jackson when Thriller first, you know what I'm saying? My mama was working for Delta, but remember before it was Delta, it was Western Airlines.
You seen Michael Jackson?
Yes, sir. At the Forum when it was the original color red and white. I don't remember if they
That's
put it
dope.
back. I just don't even. I see it only one way back in the day. But I got to see Mike with the Jackson 5, and then he did some of the Thriller. You know what I mean?
Victory tour?
Yeah, it was the victory
It was the
tour.
victory
Yes, sir.
tour,
Yes, sir.
man. They
Yes,
did
sir.
torture and Heartbreak
My girl,
Hotel
yes,
and all
I
that
saw
shit.
it. And I'm crying like a little
Like
you
the
know,
white bitches.
You know what I mean? My curl is right. My fake Michael Jackson jacket with
You
the
crying
zippers.
like the white bitches.
And that's what it's supposed
Ain't
to
no
be.
bitches, white bitches crying over Drake when he hit the building.
Let's
So I wanna
be
hear that
clear.
shit. Michael Jackson.
You just crying like a bitch. Everybody
No,
crying.
that
reason.
at that time,
Like, niggas, everybody
that time
falling
wasn't
out.
even nothing. That was
Ever.
Michael motherfucking Jackson. It wasn't no terms like that because people didn't talk to each other like
Niggas
that.
fall out.
Yeah, you just like
I
nigga,
was
so
crying.
it wasn't no
I was
shame in
crying.
that.
And I was
would've been
watching him on
crying, too.
stage.
Nigga, I'd have been crying too.
Nigga, I had the Jerry curl, everything.
I had the Jerry curl.
I had the
My
fake
girl
ass.
Nigga, I had a flyer full of tears, nigga.
The silver,
Hey,
because
my
real
girl
beat
was-
coat had the gold on the shit. I had the
that
silver.
one. I had that one.
You had the one with the gold?
I had the
Yes,
black and
yes.
the black
I
and
had the
red,
red and silver.
beat it jacket.
I had a bad-
Grandpa
I had
wouldn't
a
buy me
bad
the red
red
one.
You
I
had
had
the
a
red
Grandpa
and
wouldn't buy me the
gold.
red one. He
I
knew
had
where
the
we
black and
lived.
gold one.
Couldn't
Oh,
wear the
the
red
black
one.
and gold.
You can't tell me
I had
nothing
the
because the
black
curl was
beat
on
it coat.
point. I move.
Nigga, I had the
My shit
red
snapped.
and black beat it, the
Thriller coat.
Yes,
Thriller.
the thriller.
Yeah.
The motorcycle jacket.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and-
Like a
yeah,
motorcycle.
I had a
vest
black
jacket.
zipper one. I was
So-
so happy when I got
See?
that motherfucker.
But
See?
the beat it with the zipper.
It's like when you put it on,
the shoulder
the
pads,
shit, the
them
beat
like
come in your
neck.
ear when you put the shit on.
Listen,
Don't you ever
listen.
come around?
I
couldn't
had-
wait to pull a knife on a nigga.
My mom made sure we had that. We had the microphone. We had the glove. We had the doll. Like, you gotta have all the Michael Jackson experience. Same time we had the hammer. Like the cartoon. Hammer had his cartoon, his cereal.
Let's
Like,
keep
you
it
gotta
funky,
understand
Bishop.
how fly it is.
Bishop,
Like,
let's keep it funky. If
Kid
you
and Play.
didn't have a glitter glove, you used the Usher glove from church.
There you go.
And put it
I
on your
don't
left
want
back
it.
there. Let's
Yeah,
stop playing. You
yeah,
didn't have no glitter at the
yeah,
house
yeah.
to do the glove like that.
And
So
then-
you put the Usher glove on
And
from
then
church.
with that, you gotta have the lion Voltron and not the car Voltron. And we're gonna leave
Who the
it there.
fuck got the GoBots and the fucking car
Sometimes people
Voltron?
gotta get what they can get for Christmas. Maybe the parents didn't
Who
know.
had the car Voltron?
That's
I
the
ain't never
bullshit
seen that.
Voltron.
It
I
happened
only
to
seen
me.
the five
It
lines.
happened to me.
It was a gang of them.
It happened to
It was
me.
too many parts.
That's who it
There
happened
was like
to. It happened
16
to
of them
me.
Nigga had the
motherfuckers.
car.
You would lose
No.
all the cars.
No, but the car didn't even break up. It was just all together. She
I
got
had
it.
the
She got it
lion.
from Zodi's. She didn't know, but
Oh,
that's just the parents doing it.
Woolworths,
Remember
Zodi's.
Zodi's?
When your
Zo-
shoes
rest in
came
peace,
together,
Zodi's.
tied together,
Yes, sir.
you got together with 8
But
or
then-
7, not a 7.5.
But that's the power of a black woman. Shouts
Yeah.
out to mom again.
Oh,
She
my
went
mama.
and then got the real Voltron, where the was the real thing
the lions.
With the lions, dig. Okay, we
Turn
here.
it on your ass for Christmas on your
See,
birthday.
real
She blessed
Voltron
me.
fans know at
Yeah.
first.
You know what I'm talking
It
about.
wasn't even a female driving the blue lion.
Okay,
The
then.
nigga died, and
The
then
nigga died.
The goddamn Princess Leia. I named my daughter after the fucking character from Voltron. Her name is Leah. Princess Leia.
She
That's
started
where,
driving
that's where I got the
motherfucker,
damn
right.
name from.
You welcome.
You right.
Leah, you named after the cartoon character.
See?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
All right, so we went on a history lesson.
That was fun.
You
Yeah,
fucking
but
with
that's-
Mike.
Real coffee
And then now,
cakers.
what was your first rhyme and what was your first rap name?
I don't remember my first.
You don't need to know the name of it?
Nah, cause I was freestyling. I was always freestyling, and we was in the backyard of my homeboy Jelani's. This is when we had moved to Moreno Valley. We had to move so much once my pops had left at like 3, so we moved everywhere. But in Moreno Valley,
They
in
got
his
bars
tree
out there,
house,
though.
after school, like he was rhyming like this. We was playing some hip hop. He had a couple of homegirls over there, and we trying, he's trying to get in that energy. I guess we was like 12, 13, trying to be in that energy. And they like rapping, so a nigga was like, I'm gonna jump out here, I'm gonna jump on a limb and try to blah. And I kicked whatever rhyme and got a little snicker, and that was it. Once I got some likes from the girls, I just wanted to rhyme, but I don't remember what it was. But my first rhyme name, I think, was Lou Cypher. It was something corny.
Lou Cypher?
That's
Yeah, it was
Lucifer.
corny.
That's the devil.
Wait.
I was
Lou
trying to be edgy
Cypher.
because I was always in
That's
church.
Lucifer.
Right, like, but no,
Wait a
but like
minute.
Lou Cypher. I thought I was being edgy. No, don't do that. But
That
yeah, I
was
had-
Lucifer, nigga.
Exactly.
Tomato.
Hey, it was wrong. But you coming from church, you trying to do edgy shit like, oh, he dangerous. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, just like we thought Job was Job.
There,
So I get
there you
it.
go,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you on your
fucking with
job.
you.
And
I'm
Job,
fucking
so
with
be
you.
it. Church
I'm
on the
fucking
move.
with you. Nigga didn't
But-
want to be the rapper named Job.
And then I was
You know what
watching Heathcliff, and remember the Junkyard Cats. Like, I even think I wanted
alley
Wordsworth.
Wordsworth
I
for
wanted to
them.
be
My nigga on the
Wordsworth.
skates.
I wanted to be Mongo. I had
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
dumb
yeah,
names.
yeah.
It was
My nigga on the
whatever
skates.
stuck. It could be something.
I was Orko
DuckTales.
from He-Man. Okay,
It was
so I get
Gizmo
it.
Duck. It could be a lot of things.
My name, Yuck Mouth, came from nigga,
The commercial.
fucking
The commercial.
Mighty Man. No, Mighty Man, and he had a dog named
Mighty
Yuck
Mouse and Yuck. Yeah,
Mighty, not Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Man and Yuck. And he had took the
he
hat.
had took off his
and he
hat.
take his shit off and
Mighty
goes
Man,
down.
yeah.
That was my shit. Plastic Man came on right after that.
Right after that.
That was my
Right.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, my mouth. I
That's how it
got Orko
happens.
from He-Man.
So that's
See, that's
how
so
I got
sad.
my
That's how it
name.
happens.
right
Orko
there.
was my first
That's
fucking
fly.
They say
name.
you got it from Too Short.
Wait, from He-Man?
The little ghost that
nigga,
fucked
said
up.
Orko.
Yeah, that fucked up with the magic.
Be on it with
The
no
bullshit,
legs.
yeah.
That's the- okay, we here.
Oh,
So you see the madness
Los
that'll
Tanos
make you.
Saramangate las Peros and Uchantes.
See, you talking that. Okay. All right, back. And I'm not. I ain't even get to smoke nothing. I'm just here. Like
Smoking out's a whole high in itself. You gotta roll us up to burn.
Jeez. What's the question? See, this is fun.
We don't even do that. Just,
Okay,
just
so boom.
do the Lamont. When he
Let's take it back to motherfucking when you met Dr. Dre at the game video shoot Dreams, man. How you even end up at the video shoot? How you even get pointed in Dr. Dre's direction, and what was the connection? You know what I mean? Did you freestyle? Did you hear your album? Or
Nah,
how did
like
that happen?
it's fun because you forget so many.
Gabby!
Shush. You forget so many things, but what happened was I was up there to shots fired.
on some Kennedy shit, straight
Wow,
blades
yeah,
up,
hit
right?
back,
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
side,
yeah. All in the parade.
grassy knoll.
On my
Damn.
mama.
But I think it was for Kanye. Another friend somehow got some music to Kanye, so I was down there to meet Kanye, and I had already knew 50 and Sha. Shouts
year
out to
was
Who
this?
Kid.
This is Dreams video shoot.
This is Dreams video.
No, what
shoot.
year though? So for the people, they younger.
Damn.
Like
05,
2010.
2004.
Okay, 04.
2004,
They need to know that
2005.
Kanye
No
was.
way.
He was there to meet Kanye
2006.
in 04.
Nah, because I signed in 2005. It was
Yeah,
2004.
Yeah, 04.
Because I was down there for most of Game's album being made and shooting the videos and stuff for the album cover. So I was there when they was doing the tire thing. But anyway, my boy DJ Rampage, shouts out to DJ Rampage. We found out where it was, and we said we was gonna crash the set. My bro Glasses Malone was already down there. Game was down there. 50 down there. Shaw down there. Whoever, I already know people. So I wasn't even thinking about Dre. I didn't even know Dre was gonna be there. We down there for that move. So we get down there, and you gotta have confidence. For people out there, you gotta feel like you belong in the room. You gotta know every fiber in your being, even if you don't. But if you doubt yourself, you can't manifest. So for me, when we pulled up, Rampage had the new little Mercedes-Benz or whatever at the time, I forget. But for us in our 20s, we thought that shit was sensational. But it looked apart for the rapper startup kit to look like you belong on the set.
Right.
So we got up to the gate at the security. Gate that looked like, nigga, don't waste our time. We late. You know what I mean? That confidence, like, we'll get out the car and beat your ass, nigga. Because I already looked like I was running around pretending to be 40 Cent.
You're late.
Yeah.
Back then, I was 40 Cent. Me and 50 Cent looked more alike. So we had, we had the same dad, different moms. So when I be on set with him, I'll be telling the girls and people, I'm 40 Cent. They be like, what? Yeah, but I'm from the West Coast. It was nonsense, but it worked.
Right.
So anyway.
I'm a quarter, a nickel, and a damn dime,
Yeah,
bitch.
count it up. Ask
you talking
about
about,
me. So we got past security. He fell for the okie doke and realized we was on the bullshit, started chasing us. Glasses had already got a cart. We jumped in that bitch and ran from security. J-Lo was there doing a video. I remember seeing Wanda Sykes as we running from security and shit. Got to set, saw Game's mom, Lynette. Shouts out to Lynette, big face. Everybody was down there. We here, started eating up craft service, and I just posted up. But Kanye never showed up, and then Dre came out, and I said, let's make it make sense. We took the risk, so let's just have all impact possible. Let's cover everything out here. And so when I was talking to, I think, the OG Delaney, I had just given him like my last CD or whatever, and then Dre was like, whatever, and I was like, fuck it, I introduced myself. I had met him times before.
Okay.
My OGs from Carson, Usani Lam, Kofi Lam, Keontae are black stuntmen who came up in Carson. Also, the Gracies came up, you know what I mean, right in Torrance. So they come over and do jujitsu together. I got to be a part of that as well. So I saw that. That was early culture. But they took me on video sets from doing martial arts and let me be a part. So when we was doing the Up and Smoke tour, the thing in the liquor store with all the shooting?
Right.
Yeah.
That's my OGs.
Okay.
That was them doing it and doing the stunt. I was doing stunt safety, young men, when
you
they
like
got
a
the
dying
guns and
stunt
shit.
man.
Yeah, I was doing stunt work. I got to hook up because of them. Hanging off shit and, thank you,
that's
sire,
dope.
thank you.
That's dope.
Please, I don't want to fall off stage. Dear Lord, don't let me fall tonight. But
You got water
like,
too, man?
Thank you. I got one right there. But I don't want to lose my place.
Oh, my mom.
yeah.
You stuntman hanging off buildings.
Stuntman, but all that shit brought me there. So I already had known Dre and doing ghostwriting, I think, for Joe Beast and a few other artists over there at the time when Mike Lynn was there. But I gave Dre the CD, and he was like, yo, I'm about to leave. I'm going to dinner with his wife at the time, Nicole. Shouts out to Nicole. And I was like, yeah, whatever, but it looked good because the way he was talking to me, I looked important. Mm-hmm. So everybody was impressed. The energy was set either way. Mm-hmm. But he said, yo, if it's dope, I'm going to call you. I'm in my head like, but it's Dre, all right, cool, but whatever. But
I'm good with the combo right
But
here.
he kept eye contact on some real shit, not Hollywood. Jumped in the fly whip, then like a few months later, he was on the radio with Big Boy and them and almost crashed the car. We was heading to Vegas. I got up early to go fill the car up. And he said, yo, I've been listening to this guy's demo for a while. I'd been forgot about it. And he said, I'm looking for him. I want to sign him. And Big Boy and Fuzzy, shouts out, man. It was just Big Boy's birthday. Happy belated birthday. When he was still Big Boy. You know what I mean?
When he was still Big Boy.
You know what I mean? But, and they said, what's his name? Bishop Lamont. And they all started screaming. They said, that's our guy. And I almost crashed the car. I'll never forget that.
Wow.
But that's the energy. It was just believing in myself. I wasn't even trying to sign with Dre. I was already over there ghostwriting and doing different things. Like, it was different people already over there. That's already family a lot of ways, but it just happened. I was just trying to get a bidding war going and open up the gates so there could be more places for West Coast artists to be signed and have support, because I already saw the infrastructure of it from being at the Beat and Power and 99.1 and being a spook that sat by the door, so to speak. I was soaking up the game in all these different departments and just, checking notes. And then I'm like, okay, when we approach the field, this is how we should operate.
That's a motherfucking lesson to you artists out there.
Yes.
Networking is real.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to go out here and grab that shit. He went out there and grabbed that shit, forgot about it, came quality, got called by Dr. motherfucking Drizwiz.
Not only that, Bishop Lamont is one artist I can say that does not have smut on his name. Like, when his name is brought up in conversations, it's always like a positive message about him. Oh yeah, he cool, and just your vibes and everything. Like, can you please relay this message to other artists? Like, how can they do what they do and not, let me see.
Say it how you gotta say it. Tell it
you already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, when you gotta search for the truth. Nah, the truth is right there, staring you in the face. Shame the devil.
Say what you want to say.
Say what you want to say.
How can they move in a room full of vultures without selling a soul or looking like a buster or like they're trying to be something they're not?
See, bless you, Simone. See, this is why we church like we church. It's so good to be in the same place for a change. But that is the number one principality, Smokey. So for that, you have to maintain self-respect, integrity. You don't need to be in a room with those vultures for more than the time you need to. There's so many rooms you can go into and achieve the same things, but it's understanding self-value and respecting your value. You know what I mean? And that's the way I've always done it. The moment it feels wrong, always follow your gut. It's when you question your gut and it's already telling you the shit is wrong and you still try to go forward with it and force something, you're already in violation spiritually or just instinct. You know what I mean? Like, I always trusted my gut.
On my mama.
Always the first mind.
Yes.
Not the second. The second is the devil. The
Yeah.
first is
Bless.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
you
the
gotta
same.
know how to, focus on yourself, man. Yeah, you gotta know
Church.
yourself.
And Dave Chappelle said it. Shouts out to Dave and all them over there with that podcast they doing, that Midnight Miracles energy. But he said his father told him, he said, everyone has a price, so know your price. The moment it's going past that, get out. And so we kind of sat parallel, because I remember me going through that at Aftermath after I'd signed and got intertwined and all that. My whole situation for being there was just to open up opportunities. I had asked for a label deal. That's the only thing that didn't happen within that situation. And that's what created our divide with my big brother Dre. It was a lot of things that was promised that didn't happen. I'm looking at how to activate like 50 did, because I be seeing 50 when he come in town, come over to the studio, see him. I see him at Interscope, be like, come over to the studio, see me. Or he called me directly. Or when I be in New York. So he was giving me all the game of how to move
So
in the
why don't
system.
y'all do a 50-40?
What's that?
50 cent, 40 cent.
50-40.
But I want to stay on subject for the up and coming artists. No, that's blessed. But that was the key for me. I always knew, no, your soul is everything. The moment you give up your soul, you've lost the game. There's nothing to gain more importantly than retaining your soul and manifesting whatever your fate within your art that God gives you. If you don't believe in God, we'll just deal with the energy of things. So that's how you do that. I faced the vultures, I did all that, and I look younger than them, you know what I mean? And I'm way older than them. It's because I just lived right and I fought through it and I maintained. And you have to know that sometimes you're gonna feel like you've lost. But the greatest wins come from being still and going, this isn't for me. And I need to let my ego die on this subject, and I need to let my heart heal off this. This ain't what God got for me. It's gonna be something better. So cats need to kind of pace themselves that way. Everybody wants it overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Ain't nobody born overnight. I don't care what they doing, cloning or conspiracy shit. Things take time. You know what I mean? So take time and manifest it correctly. Your vision has to take time. You can't just think I'm gonna be this and that and then that's it. You didn't really see your vision through, like on some Nikola Tesla shit. He said he's seen everything in his head thoroughly before he even physically did a iota of it. So everything you trying to create, see it in your mind fully and be true to it. The same love and devotion you give yourself when you step in those rooms, because them cats ain't got souls. They energy vampires. They trying to take your spirit and your imagination and your perspective and throw it through that machine real quick, and you come out the other side as glue or whatever. They always have a new nigga next year.
So,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can go on
I
for
love the way
days.
No, I want to ask you this. Something that's dead on that.
Oh my God.
Do you feel that by your mindset being at what is on, you're mentally so overqualified that motherfuckers scared to give you that real motherfucking stage to get that off what you just got off out here on Smoking?
That's what exactly happened back then, and you have to imagine back then I was more radical, so I was like a baby Bunchy Carter. Bunchy Carter's my favorite Panther of, Comrade George and all them brothers, but being from
Shouts
the
out
Watch
to Comrade.
chapter, you already know, but Bunchy Carter had a way of doing things where he party and then he get the message, he groove.
And a lot of people
So
don't
I
know
was
about that.
radical back then, and that was pretty much my thing, was coming through the gates and just setting it up for people. Because coming up, I seen Domino, the twins with OG Easy E. I wish I could have met Easy when I was growing up in Compton, going to Enterprise. Shouts out to Inner Prison, and going
Enterprise
to Compton
Studio.
Highs.
No,
No,
Enterprise.
Not
the
the
school.
Enterprise.
Enterprise too. No, in Compton. Yeah.
Enterprise.
Yeah,
Inner Prison.
And
My
at
brother
Compton
went there.
High, you church. And
Rem Kenny.
You
No,
did.
What up, big bro? He went there too. He went
And
there.
I seen Easy come down the street one day, leaving
I'm saying the
Compton
court,
High.
this
That's
is the court.
and then the
Our
twins.
babies.
The twins would
Yeah,
come
just
over. Remember his
be mindful.
bodyguards, the twins.
Yes.
Man, it's just.
Look.
That's the energy though for me, but that's
shit.
what showed me the way was just them. So it's like I gotta stick to my guns and come through with radical. Cause seeing above the law, seeing cocaine, just seeing
on.
all the, you know what I
who you
mean?
just
Like
said.
this, huh?
That was Gomac just
Gomac
went
from Butler
upstairs.
Law.
That was Gomac just
know
walked
that's who that
upstairs.
was.
Yeah, that was Gomac just
I
called
was
me
just
ugly
Big
on
Homie
there.
came.
That's who just called me ugly on there.
Oh, that's beautiful. But you see the big homies all around, church on the move.
That's what we doing.
That's what I'm on though.
This is their location. This is
So
their
we was
compound.
wild back then, but my
Coin Academy,
point,
baby.
that's why they
That's
want to smoke yet, because
crazy.
I'll drift and forget what I'm saying to y'all.
No. You off the
but
trip
like-
when you drive, but you stay on your goddamn shit.
Shush.
On my mouth.
But we was radical back then, but that was always the mission, was to get people in. But see, when they see you smart, they don't want to give it to you, but I don't need nothing from you because we can go get it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people now, we didn't have the internet back then. I know that shit is funny to y'all, but the internet was just starting to manifest. Our shit was, can I be
Mixtapes
down?
and shit.
You
Jack
had
the
to pull up
Rapper
like
shit.
Shitty Pampers.
You know what I'm
You had to
saying?
hand
How
to
can I
hand
be
like you
down
selling
shit?
dope.
Justo
You had the
mixtapes.
street team, mixtapes and shit.
You
How can I be down?
You see what I'm saying?
When
All
Mike
the little
Conception
Jack the
spitting
Rappers
puffy
and
Jack
face.
the
all
Rapper
that.
shit, we was there.
When Mike Conception spitting puffy
Mike
face,
Conception,
he
shouts
just
out to
roll
Mike
up
Conception.
and just told Puffy come in when he was working for Andre Harrell.
Yeah.
Told him something, right in Cub face. Swear to God, I can't make this up. Because
Hey.
in '94, me and Marlon B got our first signature
Hey.
deal, and we were signed to
Message.
Mike Conception and his company, which his nephew was. Wanna be your teddy bear? That song, G Wiz.
Oh yes,
G Wiz
is the
and
shit.
Jamiz.
Because
Yeah.
they had YMV.
They used to write for the boys.
They had YMV.
They used to write
Shouts
for
out
the
to the
boys.
boys.
Coming
That's
of
Carson.
age. Coming of age. That
YMV
old
was
crew.
over there. Rome was over there.
I
Mike Conception,
swear All them songs,
yeah.
motherfuckers wrote them songs, man.
Church.
Niggas been around like a Tupac single.
And my conception in the chair when he slapped people, we tell people to bend down and slap
come here,
him,
Cuz, get in the
be on
back seat
somebody
with me.
back
Or
and
get in the
punch.
back seat with me.
Yo, and he
Or
still
get in the
beats
back
you.
seat with me. That's what Snoop got that from in the
comment.
movie.
I
Snoop
seen
got
some,
that from him in the
I
movie
seen
that
it.
get in the back seat scene.
Hey, I seen it.
You
I
had
seen
to.
some shit.
The All in the Same Gang Cadillac.
Woo! So I seen it, shouts out to Boss Hog, CPO,
Oh, my
Voki
mama.
Low, but I had to do it that way.
Yeah.
But that was me. It's just, I want to see more people on. The thing that always stuck out to me in barbershops was that arm that reached over the wall to pull somebody else over. So everybody I was helping get deals, once I had my deal, I said, that's your obligation. You got to pay it forward. A lot of people didn't. Once they got through the door, they closed it behind themselves. And that's where the New West went off the wheels.
Yeah.
So now with artists, y'all got the internet, y'all can set
I
up
wouldn't name no
everything, and everything
names.
is virtual. You know what I'm saying? And we passed that because we was young. I'm
Yeah,
not
we ain't
even.
gonna do that. We ain't
I
gonna do
forgive
that.
it. We made peace
But we all
because it's
pulled up in
about.
Hawthorne to hang out and get it right in that parking lot.
Yes.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Leave it at
I had
that.
to go get me some El Pollo Loco.
See?
Thank you.
See, church.
On my mind.
See, and that's how we keep it. Message.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be between those who's supposed to be,
But we
and
know
we
what's
bless. But that was my energy, and so that's the only reason I'm here now. It's the same thing that can continue that work. It's just to get people on. I helped a lot of people get deals, and I didn't get no credit for it. I didn't want no credit. I had a lot of people open up for me when we doing the House of Blues. I had a lot of new artists. I was getting people on the radio. I was trying to get people single deals. I was helping people do their demos on my album budget at Can-Am or Pacifique or wherever I was at. They was eating off my per diem. I was keeping niggas out the streets from beef in the streets,
They don't
whatever
even know
it was.
that. They don't even know about per diem.
I was driving Dre crazy. I was bringing up all kind of street niggas to record one. He's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to keep him out of trouble, nigga. And he would tolerate me, so I love my bro. I did a lot of nonsense. I should, but it was for the right reasons.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Pop Gates.
Dre said,
Man, my nigga Pop Gates, don't do this to me. You gonna make me cry.
No,
shit.
you said so. You know what we
Man,
talking about. So I can't not say Pop
You
Gates.
see, you did.
I
yeah.
can't not say Pop Gates
Pop
with
Gates,
the
Pop
story you
Gates,
just told
Pop
with the
Gates,
New West.
Pop Gates.
Rest in peace, Pop Gates.
Man, that's and that's why it's got to be told correctly. I've never been one to talk. We just did it. Pop Gates is a cornerstone in that.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna smoke this before my eyes get watery and shit, cause he's supposed to be here.
He right here. He done sat down. He right there in that chair.
The niggas that really
He
roll
done
for
limped
niggas.
through there, and he's staring at Simone right now.
burned up right quick.
Pop Gates even looking at you. And he ain't even-
I knew Pop Gates.
Oh, so you know he's staring.
Yeah,
Let's have a
that
moment in
energy.
silence. Burn that motherfucker, man. Give you time to light that bitch, man. And So Simone, where you knew Pop Gates from?
What? I was always popular on social media. Everybody follow me. Everybody know me.
I said Pop Gates.
That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
he
about.
knew you from social media.
Yeah.
He was a follower.
Yeah.
Okay. And did y'all met in person?
Yes, of course.
Oh shit. Okay, man. Rest in peace to the guy, man.
Over there.
Definitely.
By the burger stand over there.
He got me on a damn remix with Lil Wayne and Hot Dollar, the Switch the Swag Up remix.
Dollar bless when the circle.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when you say
Circuit
New
City
West,
was still there, you know.
Circuit
Yeah.
City.
Man,
I didn't wanna
man,
say
Pop
all
Gates,
that.
We had the vision, man. Like, I think that's who connected me with Tyrese. Shouts
he
out to
connected there. He was the gatekeeper.
Feel me, church?
He's a
So-
gatekeeper.
Shout out to Chocolate
That's
Tie.
so many.
When he had the song with Chingy, when he had the song with Chingy, but when he had the song with Chingy, they was opening the gates.
Yes.
Let's stop playing.
Man, we gotta celebrate them. That's why I be like, so many died for this shit that. Yeah, man, we gotta do it. Yeah, that's
My
it.
big
That's all.
homie
That's how I
Nitty
be
used to
feeling.
walk me over there, so that's how I know all that shit.
We was over there getting them burgers and brainstorming on it and putting niggas
Why
together,
you
man.
think I got so mad at the Gorilla Black shit? Because of the shit we talking about. So that's why I took that shit personal, that motherfucking denial for the interview.
Right. And look who we got.
On live,
Look who we
motherfucker.
got.
That's why I took it personal, nigga.
Kato Craig.
That is good
Because
all
I
the
pulled up for
time.
all them niggas' videos and all they shit, my
Hold
nigga.
shit down.
But you
Fuck
know
you
what it
talking
is.
about,
God
nigga?
is good all the time. We just keep it moving. Spirit gonna find those that's
Yeah.
of the same kin. You know what I mean? That's it.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
good
just
shit.
on that energy. Those that want to reflect this, that's who I'm moving with.
That's what we
Everybody
doing.
else, you'll catch up or you won't. But we with this. It's blessed like it was then. It's even better now. Because, I mean, they couldn't control me then, and that was the problem. And I appreciate Dre for all the recklessness I was allowed.
Not to cut you off. He said,
Yeah, I got a lot.
besides him, you was the only artist that made him feel uncomfortable because of your views and how upfront you was with your point of view and your message. Like you didn't give a fuck and who would disrespect it or whatever. Like, but he said he was afraid of your message. Like you and him, y'all gonna press that line.
That's why I love him, and we're gonna have fun when we get in here again. People will never understand that, but they'll see it soon enough. But with me and him, and shouts out to his older brother, Big Tim. I was just talking to Tim earlier. We got some things to do, but me and him. I just seen him for him. I don't see Dr. Dre and shit. Like I can, you know how you see people.
You see Andre Young.
Not even Andre Young. I just see this nigga and he a big ass kid. He like doing music and just being a fucking weirdo, and it's good. It's good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's good to go. At some point in the night, it's gonna get sexy. The women gonna come through. But right now, it's hip hop.
Right.
But when I didn't like some shit, I would argue with him. Everybody else would just go and jump in the booth. I'm like, no, nigga, I don't like this shit.
Take their 30,000 and roll.
Or whatever. You know what I mean?
Go to the front and bounce.
Yes. What you about to say?
Speaking of the booth,
Big homie, yes sir.
they say Dr. Dre is strict with the bars. He make niggas redo they motherfucking rhyme 1,000 times. Did he ever tell you to read rock? And say it back.
Give me some re-rocks.
He said re-rock.
I want to rock right now.
Re-rock it, baby. Re-rock.
You see my eyes getting ready for this?
Yep.
So this is the best part of my life as a part of Aftermath, and that's still ongoing. I was right-hand CIA, so I seen pretty much everything.
Right.
People forget I was in the studio usually like in B or whatever.
You was this nigga, right?
Writing. You know
Right
what I mean?
here.
I'm lurking. Yeah, I'm lurking.
Is that SpongeBob?
Yeah, I'm lurking.
Hey, you SpongeBob. You soaking up all
Soaking
the
it
game.
all up, right? I'll be
Soaking
hiding
all
behind
up.
the SSL
On the
board.
sponge.
I'm always around. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of niggas get made to do takes, 50 takes, 70 takes. I've never been made to do that. I can floss like that, cause that's the thing though. People would be afraid of this man instead of telling him the truth. Like I would always say at different points. I'd be like, these niggas looking at you like hamburgers and hot dogs in here, like remember the cartoon Bugs Bunny that was stranded on the island?
And after a while, people start looking
It look like hamburgers
and
and
some people look like a
pastrami.
sucker.
Right! And I'm like, look at, I don't like these niggas' energy. Woo woo wham! I'm the angry little brother nigga. Like I'm mad. I don't
Some
like
people
niggas'
want
energy.
hamburgers. Some people
Yeah,
suckers.
I'm like, these niggas trying to use you. And I'm always mad, so we argued. That was our relationship. That's my big bro. I love him. I ain't want to do this beat. This shit whack, nigga. I want to bar up, nigga. Barcelona.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Barbarian.
Armageddon. I don't want no sexy
Armageddon.
song, nigga. Drop knowledge.
Bartenders, bitch.
I'm trying to impress the never to RBX, but that was our energy. So when I came in there, I came correct already. So I never had that issue. I remember being in there when we was doing New York shit remix, which was West Coast shit for Busta Rhymes. Shouts out to Busta Rhymes, Split Star. That was at the time for the Big Bang
Spliff,
album.
that's our nigga.
Man, Spliff, man, bless Spliff. We was doing stunt work on their videos, like when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? Like Spliff showed me love.
Yeah, we just had Spliff up here.
Spliff
Man,
is
bless
for
Yeah,
show
man, Spliff.
100.
No, I gotta get some songs in with
Me
Spliff.
and him still been tapping
And our
in since the
Spliff
show.
interview ain't all of a sudden didn't work. All our super dope ones
For
just
real?
fucking don't. Yeah, they said the Spliff one didn't work.
Spliff is the shit.
But the other two, like we recorded him and Cocaine that night. I mean,
Man, this nigga still
187.
be talking since the interview.
Man,
See,
What
this
the
is
fuck?
fun. See, I'm gonna forget, but no.
It's like the
So,
Matt Barnes.
Do your
so,
thing.
The Matt
so,
Barnes didn't work.
so we just bump heads, but with us, it was always honest. I tell Dre if some shit was whack or whatever, and I'd be like, well, you want me to tell you the truth or lie to you? So that's always us. So when it comes to the music, it was the same thing. And we get the best music or we'd have the worst situation because I'm gonna be upset. I don't give a fuck if I'm signed to you. Like, I love you. Like, you big bro, I'm little bro. I don't see this sign shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you this shit is whack or whatever, and I'm gonna leave, nigga. And I'm gonna go to Bally's and I'm gonna lift the whole gym. I don't care. And then I'm gonna go
my
drink
mama.
Hennessy. That was me at 25.
Thank you.
But I was on top of my shit. So when we was doing the New York shit remix, it was him snooping there, sitting in the booth, watching me through the glass. This is the first time big homie Snoopy seen me since I was little at the house in Claremont, because it was me, his little brother Bing, Goldie Loc, Hit, Creep Dog, rest in peace, and we be in the garage doing our demos when Snoop used to live in Claremont.
Yeah, Claremont.
So we was paying our dues then. My name was only Bishop. I didn't have a Lamont. Snoop came in one day high. We was freestyling. He was like, oh, cuz, you remind me of little homie Lamont. Your name Bishop Lamont. It's Snoop Dogg, nigga. Snoop Dogg said my name is Bishop Lamont. It's Bishop Lamont.
So
I'ma
that's
give you a
not
cold
your real
disclaimer.
name? Snoop named you Bishop Lamont?
No, he gave me the Lamont.
Right.
Bishop
Lamont.
came from my aunt because she was a minister at the first AME church years ago. My big sister Jackie, she moved back to Nigeria now. She's also a minister, so there was always a calling on my life to be in the church. At the same time, X-Men Bishop. At the same time, Juice Bishop. Everything lines
You
up.
got yourself deaf and shit like
Hello.
Bishop did.
Hello.
That's like nothing.
So, you know, I'm at odds with the church because I see the hypocrisy. You know, we reading the Bible back and forth, all that knowledge, you know, going to the nation, being in all that. So that's my energy. I'm in all that. But no, it was Bishop, but then he gave me the Lamont. But I say all that to say we paid our dues. I went so many different ways to earn it to be signed, and it failed. Even Quick tried to sign me first. Fuzzy and Quick actually technically tried to sign me
Give me some
first.
quick stories, because that's the closest thing I got to the West Coast Prince. With
Okay,
how he
okay.
approached the shit.
Oh yeah, quick.
Let me
He's
try
eccentric.
to let me
you know
try
what I'm
to
saying?
let me try to
Yeah.
let me try to wrap it up fast with the Dre thing to the
Yeah.
Quick thing.
Yeah.
But that was our energy when we be rocking. But anyway, with Snoop, he seen me again after all these years. He didn't know I was the same Bishop Lamont when he walked into Record One. This was their first time reuniting after years.
So when did you start adopting the Lamont
Hold on,
part?
let me finish the story.
The Lamont part.
No, that's when Snoop gave it to me that day years ago.
Yeah, he's
I
telling
started
the
being
story. Let him
okay.
land.
yeah, cause then me, shouts out to Pretty Tony. That's Snoop's little brother Being. Prayers up for Mama brought us too. But we used to drive down to San Diego to a liquor store and we pick up Roscoe. Shouts out to Sco. Corrupt
from
little
YA, my
brother.
nigga.
You know what time it is. And we come out there to
Show my
the
neck.
spot, Mission Viejo, get Sco, and we be freestyling all the way to San Diego nonstop.
Oh, my
just to
God.
be in a little booth in the back of a liquor store trying to do our demos. But we paid our dues. But anyway, Snoop realized it was me. He was like, nigga, he doghouse. Dre was like, no, I signed him. So imagine me having to go in the booth and stare out the glass at Snoop and Dre sitting at the board together.
Arguing about who
Count
signed
your McNuggets. Is it a 6-piece or a 9-piece?
Right? Like God
Or is
is
it the
good.
20-piece?
God is good.
Or
It's
is it the
that,
20-piece?
it's that moment like, oh shit, you looking
I mean,
out the
the
glass
10-piece.
like it's fucking Dr. Dre and Snoop bobbing their head like a movie, and then Busta Rhymes walks in. Well, I'm still trying to get my bars ready.
Whoa.
But I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Pressure.
I go off like a motherfucker.
Busta?
One take Jake. I was about to
take
say.
Jake.
Dre didn't say do that shit again.
Those are those moments. Don't, man, when you get that moment, go the fuck off. And I looked out that glass, it was now or fucking never.
Right.
And I killed that shit in the first take. That nigga went crazy, jumped up. I ain't never seen Dre do that shit. And he wasn't gassing me because I seen the room. And they had the MTV cameras because they filmed it that day. So that shit is special for me a lot of ways to see them come back together and the big homie Snoop see me do it on my own. I ain't asked Snoop. Back then, we was asking Snoop to sign us.
Right.
He was like, nope, you got to do whoop whoop. You got to go to battle like we did with
He's
Easy.
gonna probably have you
Whoop,
pair
wham.
up with East, with
And
E
I'm
White
like-
or something. Be
like, you gotta go
be the
earn it.
kinfolk.
Man,
We're gonna make y'all group be the
How y'all
kinfolk.
Nah, he didn't even, he what, and I love him for it, and he didn't want us to go through what he went through, and we saw it as kids sitting there, you feel me?
He saw something special in you then.
We haven't got to have that conversation like Big Percy.
No, he exuberated obviously in the confidence for him to go sit with the boss and damn near bet some Mountain Dews on your freestyle.
He bet on us just on the strength of Bing. Shouts out to Bing because he let us be up at the crib in Claremont. We used to watch Corday when he was little. Cordell and Shantae, we used to go to the market for him. You know, we be doing our demos in the garage. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. Like, Nate come out, fuck with us. He be like, what you little niggas out here doing? Big half dead, little half dead, but that's big to us. He come out and be like, who y'all niggas? Crip Wu-Tang? What is niggas? Blue Tang? What y'all niggas out here doing? Because we had the camouflage on the Timbs, but it's still, you know, it's Long Beach niggas.
Crip
but
Tang.
it's the energy.
Yeah,
the Crip Wu-Tang.
It's
I'm
love,
done.
though, because they out here fucking with us. It's like hazing. Corrupt, get behind me. I'm freestyling, get nervous.
Hey, cuz.
Oh shit, what you doing? Oh, okay, I like that. Like, Corrupt would always give me that encouragement. Shouts out to Big Bro. But like, all that energy was there. But like, no, they just, I don't know, but they let us kick it. Like, I remember driving Big Fave and Trady home some nights from Claremont when Snoop was tired in my little ass Mazda Protege. And Trady curl hitting the top of the ceiling. Big Fade weighing down the car. He give me money for Jack in the Box.
Motherfucker down, cuz.
Gas money, yeah, because he got to drive back from Claremont before the freeway came through.
Yeah.
Just baseline all the way down and have
Got
to
this
come back.
buff ass Crip in the backseat.
Both big ass niggas, and I got to go drop them in Long Beach
Got some
forever.
buff Crips.
Yeah,
in
but
Long
that's
Beach.
paying dues. Niggas don't know how
Oh, my
long I've been
mama.
in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was always having that relentless energy and just going for it. So I say that to people. You have to see the long run and understand that everything is not for you. I was really upset when I didn't get to sign with Quick. at that time, but I didn't want to do a deal where I was attached to more person than one person because I want people to know the business. People try to trick you. Like, I was earning my shit. I put my own shit together, the production, the studio time, the whatever, the pressing up everything. So how you gonna try to sign me to a production deal, then to this person, that person, and distribution? So no, and then they'd be surprised when I open my mouth. They thought I was just rapping. And I'm like, nah, I can read.
Motherfucker.
Said, nah, I can
You know what I mean?
read,
Cause she business, music business books. But that's what I want to instill in people. It's even easier for y'all now because y'all got technology. Y'all can do everything digitally. We had to physically do everything.
Right.
We had to press up cassettes, press up vinyl. We had to go to the radio
Hand to
stations.
hand.
You
had
feel
to
me?
actually be tight and
Y'all
pull
got
up
it
like shitty
right.
Pampers and do that shit.
Y'all got a digital swap meet basically with how the internet
You had
works
to link
now.
up with the hottest DJ like you did with DJ Ski. Make your mixtape.
Warrior, you know what I
DJ
mean?
Warrior.
Rampage, and cats forget and they try to bypass the
Drama.
DJ.
That's how Jeezy got on from DJ
all
Drama.
the beat junkies. Like, I got on by carrying crates and shit. This is when you couldn't be down without a nigga saying you can be down. Going to Project Blow, going to
Project
Good
Blow.
Life, going to Unity. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Bigger B.
But
like,
everybody don't get to have an
Elements.
attitude because
Yeah.
they couldn't fuck with Quick and they had to fuck with Trey. Oh my God.
Nah, but that's-
I was just mad.
So yeah, but you asked about Quick, but that's the blessing of my life. Like, I got
that's
to,
when you felt like
I
your
got to
sound
be
would
in
go
all
with
these
better.
houses. Like, these are my heroes. But even though it didn't work out back then, me and Quick still ended up doing more songs and being family. And I've learned so much, and I'm a part of that history as well. You know what I'm saying? Being under Battle Cat's tutelage because of Mike Stroh, that's my bro. Like, I've
Mike
got
Stroh,
to
the
be in all these
bartenders. What up?
houses. You know what I'm saying? So with Quick, it's the same thing like with Dre, with Battle Cat, with Khalil, with Madlib. Like, I've been blessed to work with these cats, and it's like, it's a gift. I don't even know what to say, but Quick is an alien. He'll have a bonsai tree and then he'll mood swing and then run out the studio, be on a pogo stick. Like, it gets weird, and I'm just like, nah. I just want the beat, and then I'ma leave.
Right.
But it's fun.
I've been on
wouldn't-
tour with that nigga.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. Like, it gets weird at times, and it's a little too weird for my energy, and I'll be like, I'm leaving. But it's a blessing of what I've got to see and be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And that's the greatest gift, to still be here. That's it, and
What I'm
keep
grabbing
it.
from the situation is that you
try to
were
write this.
confident as fuck. You never was nervous? Like, at that,
I
when
was-
I battled with, I ain't gonna see if I do another one in the Kato like this.
No, you
nigga
can do
about to
it.
tell a
No,
story.
this is your time.
Okay, boom. He don't like when I tell stories and shit.
No,
Like,
but
this
it
nigga
matches. It
smoking
matches
shit.
this time.
Yeah,
It matches
so-
this time. You good?
Okay. We get our deal. Nigga say come to Too Short studio the next day. We look up to Too Short, nigga. So boom, my first time meeting Short, he like battle my rappers. I got some rappers your age. Bad influence. So I gotta battle Rap and Run and his group on the meet. I'm nervous, nigga. If I'm in front of Too Short, Ant Banks, all the big dogs, nigga, this is my first time.
Banks.
I gotta rap in front of all these niggas and turn it out. I turned it out.
Exactly.
I knocked down 2 niggas, no Frank Ocean. 2 niggas got out of here, and then 1 nigga left. And Rap and Run.
What
His name
even
was Rap
Ocean
and
do?
Run. And this nigga rap about everything. He's a freestyler.
Yes.
I was saying writtens. I ran out of writtens. But I had a written that I didn't say, which was the Ice Cream Man. So if I would have said that one, it would have been a fucking rap. But I knew the Ice Cream Man would get bitten as soon as I said it. Just like Master P bit the motherfucker with it being out. So if I ain't had no album out. If I would say Ice Cream Man right there, guaranteed Too Short, somebody would have got that motherfucker.
So do you
Period.
think you'd have been able to
Yes.
fuck with Dylan?
I would have killed Dylan.
Dylan. You're too
was
close,
5 of them.
man. Yeah.
Because he spits hot
I
fire.
had written, and I could, so I was nervous as fuck. You ain't never was nervous.
No, I was always nervous because that's just athlete energy. That's just uncertainty of being a human. Any nigga that
your
say
story is like, nigga,
Say
you
that
been
again.
killing
The
shit.
kids
Like,
need to
nigga,
hear
I come-
that.
I'm in the
That's a
gym,
good
I'm
way
in
to
goals,
look at
nigga, I
it.
come there, I bust my raps.
Yeah.
boy,
That's a
taking
dope
them
way to
out.
look at it. Say that again.
You weren't nervous, nigga.
But there are some realms where you're not nervous. In those realms, to me, that's easy.
Right.
I've seen it so many times in my head, and I've looked at it every which way possible for it to be amazing as well as bad.
I got a
You
fucked up
feel
question
me?
for you.
So I already know which way to go. I already seen everything in my mind. That's like Bruce Lee saying, do the
I
kick
got
1,000
fucked up question
times
for
instead of
you.
having 1,000
Have you
different
gotten
kicks.
into a competition where you kind of wish I was nervous on this one.
What?
I kind of wish I was nervous because this is so motherfucking complicated. I wish I was nervous.
What you mean?
You ain't never had a motherfucker that made you step up your nervousness where you wish you was nervous or where you was more on your shit?
No,
you
know
said the
what?
mental part.
Yes,
I'm talking about the mental part.
You know what? That's dope. That's dope. No, that's dope. You know what? But those were the instances where, you know where it was nervous to me? You know where it was nervous to me? The first time I did Rocksteady crew in Jersey, and it was thousands of people. I never did an East Coast show, so you know the phobia with West Coast niggas coming to do East Coast shit.
It's hella hard.
And it was 3,000-4,000 people, and I'm a West Coast nigga. I had to go out there like you facing that shit by yourself, Marcus Aurelius, whatever the fuck, Hannibal Khan. I was nervous as fuck, but I was on them niggas. I looked at that like, I'm gonna fight everybody.
But the nervousness was the strength.
But that shit was the fire. In those places, like that's real battlefield for me.
Son?
But in the studio, that never moved me because that shit is choreographed. But it's when it's in a battlefield, it's when it's really when you in that
Have you ever battle rapped?
Yeah.
You ain't never did the
Listen,
KO.
come on,
them shit.
Listen,
things now.
let's talk about it. No, this is why too.
Yeah.
We had this ignorant shit we do. We'd have the beats playing. And this is something I learned from the Wake Up Show. Shouts out to King Tech, Sway, Carmelita, Nick the Wizard.
Yes.
When that shit was on Yucca Street, when that shit was wherever. But I went on there and I choked my first time. Carmelita was staring at me so hard and fucking with me. This is me when I was still in high school, whatever. And those are the worst defeats. But the thing I saw was that niggas don't play fair. They intimidate you. They bump you. John Forte was there. This is when the Fugees was like, woo.
That's what I'm talking about. John Forte,
John Forte is nasty. Poli-sci.
At this time.
Remember
He's science.
the real
but,
Fugees.
Yo, niggas scared me out of my game because I seen them on TV. And the way they introduced them, I felt like their ice was colder than mine at the time. But then Carmelita gave me that death stare like you nothing. So I had to understand how to not have my energy waver when I'm in these spaces. So then we start battle rhyming. Our thing we like to do just to have a reason to punch niggas. If you don't rhyme as soon as the beat drop, we punch you in the chest. So niggas don't want to get stole on. So that's the
That was really a thing.
Yo, it's the really thing we do.
That was really a thing.
Ask Roscoe.
You could not be whacked.
No, we was doing
You
it.
got
Me
fired on for that
Prime,
shit.
Creep Dog, Bing.
Y'all was fired on.
That
We was punching each other.
Say that like,
And niggas
you
like,
couldn't
hey,
be whacked. Like, nigga, I would be a baller in the parking lot.
I'm not preaching violence, but I'm saying it's a dope technique.
It was our way of trying to be dope.
Right.
Like most of my family is military. Every generation damn near served, so it's like Marine training type shit. So I felt like, let's get in the battlefield. Niggas spit your bars. A nigga don't want to get his chest, make his shoulders touch, so a nigga gonna get his bars off. And niggas would try to cheat and still punch you like you didn't rap. Like you didn't rap in
And you
time.
had to still finish the thing.
And punch them niggas and still rap like nigga I was on time. So then I wasn't scared no more.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was doing martial arts, and my big homie Usan, I was real too uppity, and I had him in his guard.
You are from Carson. Y'all had houses.
And I did something too fast, and I disrespected him, so he gave me a knee. And I remember seeing the knee come. He didn't mean to, but it's a reflex because I moved too fast trying to do something. I was probably trying to choke him or something. And I saw the knee in slow motion. The next thing I knew, I woke up spitting up my molar. So from there, I wasn't afraid of nothing, but I knew ass whoopings built character.
Yes.
So
Bishop, you don't just lose a molar and call that an ass whooping. That's called an injury.
I mean, but that was him because when he was so concerned. But usually when he whooped my ass, after Usan, see, people need these kind of men in their lives, women, whatever. He beat my ass and he throw books in front of me while I'm sitting on the mat, fucked up.
Read this while I buy you another 2 for the morning.
You gonna get this work today. and that's instilled a lot, but that's what gave me like that shit where it was 1,000-yard stare. That shit didn't mean nothing to me, especially surviving the streets and living everywhere and bullets whizzing past your head.
1,000-yard stare.
Seeing dead bodies, seeing the whole get down. I wasn't moved by most things, you know what I mean? So I could go in those spaces. The shit that would make me nervous was the shit that didn't sit with my spirit. And that's when I had odds with it. I was Constantine. I was battling demons all the time. We couldn't kick it in the same spaces.
You are
So
Lucifer.
what was the, like, everybody, everybody want to know.
You was battling something just to pick the name Lucifer.
Yes, sir.
From the gate.
What'd you say, big homie? What'd you say? Yes.
Shout out to Ganja Man. What up? Look, from Razcast
Big bro,
to
shush.
Exhibit
Michael Myers.
to Game
Yes.
to you, even to recently, Kendrick.
Yes.
what be the split up to make Dr. Dre and these different individuals start working with each other? Like, you see, he still has a rapport with him, you know what I mean, even though they probably don't rock, but the other artists that they exhibit, the Raz, the you know what I mean, like, even Kendrick to an extent is more on his own, you know what I mean, right now.
But people have always been on their own, and I never speak for other people, so I can only speak for my own personal relationship. I can also say, in addition to that, when business goes bad, that's usually what it is, and that's always another thing for people to learn. Be very careful with who you bring into business with you. It'll destroy friendships. People you never thought would do the most awful things over money. Surprise.
That ain't got shit to do with it. Your cousin all of a sudden.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
the big homie, all of a sudden, the manager, he want to talk to Dre. Like,
yeah, you feel me? Yeah, and they'll jeopardize everything for you. So it'll be energies like that. But like for me, we would bump heads on me creating what I'm supposed to be. But once he started to give me the truth of what I had signed into, it was a different game. Most people don't understand what they do. When you sign to a label, you inherit all its debt, and I'll leave it at that. So you come into the game in the red, and you ain't even opened your budget yet. So now we're talking another conversation that y'all not ready for.
You heard it here first.
You understand me?
That's a whole nother conversation.
So
man.
This is where we have issues
when
because
that label was in the goddamn red, and they banking on you to get them out the red.
And then they keep dumping more on you, and you ain't even opened your budget or whatever be the case. But these things I was very aware of from remembering Mike Tyson's documentaries and conversations of what he went through with Don King when he was being charged $50,000 for towels in a hotel room. This is when you don't know what the paperwork is doing and what you've agreed to. And I was always radical with that shit. I had to change lawyers like 3 times because a lot of lawyers are in cahoots.
Yeah, it's lawyers.
Yeah, but they don't understand this when they get deals. You know, these new guys, and I'm not judging you in that energy,
even the accountants.
Right.
That's why the CPAs and accountants, these motherfuckers be in cahoots.
It's the same way
I could count my own motherfucking money, man.
Right.
I don't need an accountant.
It's the same way in the fucked up legal system. We know what we face because they're the same individuals. I came across them as well. But those were the issues that stopped me. Because once what we do is against my integrity, my self-respect, my spiritual standing, and why the streets love me, because I'm a street rectangle or octagon. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street octagon, yeah. I got to square the role a little bit, but I was always juxtaposed when niggas was like, yo, you need to be a part of this because you always been true to this energy. So why then would I become a part of a corporation and become a creature that I never was? I was never a gangbanger in the streets, but I had all them real niggas with me, and they lift me up like I lift them up. You feel me? And that's what it's about. But then when you're trying to make me into the West Coast 50 Cent or whatever, and this is not placing blame, but this is what labels will do. If you already know who you are, it's kind of hard for them to force you into a mode. If you already, you know what I mean? If you already know.
They get to telling you, make you something that sounds like such and such.
They didn't want you to
I can't sound like such and such because I ain't such and such.
You know what I mean? Right.
But you got that with the game.
But that's what I'm saying.
So why they need a game part 2?
So you no longer wanted the 40 cent.
And that's why it was
you
like.
You no longer wanted the 40 cent.
No, I was like, look, see, you got to watch what you manifest. And it was
just
you
asked for 40 cent. And they wanted to give you the whole 50 and make you 55 cents. You could have been 55 cents.
No unit. I could have been $1 then. So this is the thing I give y'all, and then we can move on because I want to make sure we get your questions. This is fun. But everybody out there, for fans, for up and coming artists, when you think about or ask who are your top 5 all-time greatest MCs, if you are not number 1 on your list, then you are not thinking correctly.
Right. Why everybody put somebody else besides themselves?
Because they don't know their own value yet. You feel me? Okay, and I'm going to be quiet.
I know when I fucked up on the mic and I didn't come. And I know when I murdered it. I know I say, nigga, yuck, you need to step it up. Tear that bitch up and come again.
Yes.
I'm going to be the hardest on myself because I like my shit the most.
Message. So if that's not the energy, then you already losing out the gate. And that's the beginning components for this. And that's why I'm here for the next round of this, because we're gonna complete the New West shit. just on a global level, but it's like there's so much power in technology and where these new kids can take it. Not calling y'all kids, y'all can be shit older than me, but get the new opportunities with it and win. There's so many real niggas that deserve to win, but they didn't want their starfish to be pushed in or their breath to smell like ding-a-ling, figuratively speaking. Whatever.
Purple couch.
Wait, starfish to be pushed in.
Get sodomized spiritually or whatever for they manhood in this business. So I like integrity. We'll make it like a cologne. Integrity. I'm not selling my soul for this fuck shit. I'm not being mounted for this fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And so there's so many great people out there that were doper than myself that deserve these opportunities. So that's the time to champion them when we don't need majors.
Knee kisses, man. Fuck out of here.
But that's just the energy. I hate niggas.
Bootlickers and knee kisses. Don't be one of those, nigga. Be yourself when you come in the motherfucking game, nigga.
There's room for everybody to be successful.
Bootlickers and knee kissers.
You're funky dog head bitch. But yeah, it's room for everybody to thrive and win. That's my major goal with this right now.
And then look, speaking of winning, bro, even with all your trials and tribulations, bro, that you're going through with different record labels or whatnot, different ventures or different crews or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, your independent game, your proactive game was so serious, my nigga. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna give you what the streets be saying. They say it's a motherfucking detox sweatshop. So when you got niggas in the studio that he chose just like you, like y'all dope, and niggas thought they was gonna have an album coming out, they over there writing like a motherfucker for Dr. Dre. So it becomes a sweatshop. You had Rakim over there. His shit never dropped.
Shouts out to Rakim.
You had Bust over there.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, you had Eve over there.
And see, I saw it all because I was over there before I was signed. And yes, indeed. I mean, these are the things that have happened where someone would ask you to write for Rakim. You can't write for the God. Like even to propose.
I refuse.
I'm not gonna refuse.
Right.
I refuse.
Yo, they asked me to write for Scarface.
You see?
Hell no, that's a God. I can't write for Scarface.
That's me. I pay homage. I treat it like martial arts.
That's the God.
I respect the gods. I respect. I look at everybody respect until you disrespect me. So it's like that whole thing can happen, but I knew then, like, I called it NFL Not For Long Records. I would tell niggas what Aftermath.
Aftermath.
I said, well, welcome to the NFL. I think the homie Gage, bless, when he signed, he met me down in South Beach. He came down to do a record with Scott Storch. Shouts out to Scott. We were staying at the Lowe's right there, and he seen us. It was like out of a movie. I was wild back then. I was crazy, 25, 26 then. And we out by the pool, and that nigga come over. It's like being in the NFL. Really, it's, because all we doing is lifting weights. Niggas doing burpees. Niggas crazy.
Yeah.
He come over, yo, I'm signed. I said, welcome to the NFL. He like, what's? I said, Not For Long Records.
Not for long, motherfucker.
I've seen a lot of niggas come and go.
I got a homie
and that was
over
the
there.
Worst part.
I got a homie that just came to the camp.
Bless, but that was the worst part for me, seeing people.
He's over there writing shit up. They ain't thinking about working on this nigga album. He thought it, but he's writing up a storm. Nigga, he is in the sweatshop, a full employee.
And I love that, but that's what hurts me because I was there for that, and that was. Look, I'm 42 now. That was when I was 25. We was working on Detox when I was 25, 26. When I was signed, a part of my requirement.
Why you say like that?
Nigga, 25, 26, he's 30.
You see what I'm saying? A part of my. No, I'm 42 now.
Oh, 42, nigga. You was 26?
I was 25.
25.
Well, 24,
nigga,
25.
How many years is that?
Yo, but check it out. So
that's since he left Death Row.
Yo,
since he left Death Row. Yeah, when he first broke up and made Aftermath.
Yeah, they made Aftermath.
So you was there when my nigga Jay that wrote California Love.
Man, it was a lot of fun cats over there. I mean, I'm looking for Sense. Jay Flex is sick.
That was my nigga. He's from us.
Oh, they so nice.
This is.
I need all that sauce.
This is from us.
Salute.
That was Laylaw and them
salute.
People, so.
Yeah, Laylaw, man, bless. But before I forget though.
Yeah, Flex talk about his shit never coming out.
No, but before I forget, so back then we was doing it. It was not for long records, whatnot. And we'd be in the studio, and this is when we'd have Pacifique, and that was a part of my requirement, being signed to Aftermath and Dre's protege, was to run a lot of this shit for him. So I just wrangled up all the artists because I knew them all. I had real rapport, real relationships with these guys. Dre couldn't deal with that, and it was a lot for him because, you know, most people ain't see him. So if they see him, they gonna go weird on him. He ain't got the energy for that. Like, he gotta vet niggas. So he's like, you can do it. So he just checked on me from Pacifique. But I had Problem, Terrace, Kendrick, J-Rock, Battle Cat, Krondon, Exhibit, like you name it. When nobody was fucking with Crooked because he was still with Suge or whatever. I'm like, I got love for everybody. Eastwood, all them. So I'm going to get Crooked. Like, I don't care what people saying. You can't have nothing without Crooked. So I'm going to get everybody. Sugar Free, Corrupt, where Boss Hog, CPO, where's Rage? That's what I was doing that whole time. But even back then, Pete Rock, I had everybody in the studio. Rest in peace, Dilla. Like, Dilla was gonna be a very important part of my own album because I wanted Dilla to do half the album and Dre was gonna do the other half. And Dilla, I didn't know how sick Dilla was when I started dealing with Dilla. Shouts out to Ono and Roxy for the connection. But like, that's what we was doing. And it fell apart because all them cats, we did so many songs for Detox. Kendrick was there, he's sitting on the floor, I see it in my head. J-Rock, and it's like, we so much sauce, so much amazing music that should have came out then, but it didn't. And I was mad because I should have been using my own budget to do my album. Right. I was serving, and I'm not here to complain because that's what a loyal nigga does. That's what we do. So I served blindly and wasn't rewarded, and that's where we bumped heads when you talk about how niggas fall apart. It's like, well, nigga, how many free albums do I put out? Because see, every time those albums came out, that was really my album done. And that was the only loophole of how to put out an album. Because every time they would deny me, they would deny me.
None of these niggas actually, it's a corrupt shit. Yeah.
Hiding it as a mixtape, but it was a full album. You see what I'm saying?
That job, pumping y'all breaks.
See what I'm saying?
Pump faking, not putting this shit out.
Just to clear the record, them ain't fucking mixtapes. I called them street albums because it was the only way contractually I could jump through loopholes. They can't cease and desist that. But when you look at the production shit, it's got storage, it's this, that, and it's everybody that's mega. But it was the way to know. I have seen an unmarked graveyard of artists that should have been huge. So it wasn't gonna happen to me. So I already had the foresight that I gotta cause chain reactions to make sure I have a presence if I get erased. Because I'm CIA. I'm seeing a lot of people disappear. Right. But we was working on it then. So all these songs, and I remember saying it then, we're gonna need Botox by the time Detox come out. They should call it Botox.
I'm done.
No, but this is me.
Oh, this shit,
this is me.
Then a lot of niggas from that gumbo pot.
You feel me? This is me at 25, 26.
And went on about their business.
I'm sorry.
And then they caught amnesia on some Roy Jones.
Oh shit! Yeah, the chicken shake. Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
But this is me at 26, 25, 26. I told the truth and it get me in trouble. But my heart was always right. But I said that we gonna need Botox. Because at the same time, Chinese Democracy was coming out from Guns N' Roses. Axl was very difficult, so to speak, they would say. So our competition at that time in Rolling Stone was the two most anticipated albums was Chinese Democracy and Detox. And I said this to Dre. I said, we gotta beat them. If they come out before we do, and I'm just a little nigga on the totem pole, but my intuition is correct because I'm watching the trends. Chinese Democracy comes out. There's no Detox. Man. You understand? So there was a lot of.
You heard it here first on Smoking Out Radio.
There was a lot of hurt for me because that's my big bro, and then people started leaving the label when Busta Rhymes. Like, it's so much I can't say because that's their stories. I'm not gonna give nobody else.
Story.
Yeah. Even though I could be sitting in the passenger seat, whatever. Your
son was like this, man.
We riding together. That's your pain, that's my pain. What your eyes seen, my eyes seen, and that's the way it is until other told otherwise. I ain't seen niggas interviews, so mum's the word until whatever, but that's that kind of energy.
And then we gotta shout out one more dude, man, that really got the shorter end of the stick. He started riding for the game, but Stat Quo.
Oh, that's my man. Stop. That's my man, aka Stanley. Me and Stat. Stat, no, he's so nasty. I gotta get him on some more songs. But yeah, Stat and him started doing a lot of business together. Like Stat got genius. Like me and Stat got so many songs together. We went through battles together. He took my car one day. I was like, nigga, take my truck and go, because it was about to go bad at Interscope. Some people was disrespectful up there. And yeah, niggas was going, excuse me. They was gonna get their first turn to Jamba Juice, and I was trying to get Stat out of there because they gonna tell the police. And it's a lot of feds in Interscope building anyway.
Me out, don't shoot on me.
So
Yeah.
let me tell you real quick, Bishop. There's a lot of people that have messaged me to ask you this.
What's that? I appreciate people asking you stuff about me.
All the time. So what they want to know is what songs in particular, okay, or projects have you been a part of that nobody knows you have been a part of?
And that's how they have to stay. That's like working for the. That's like working
that's
for
how
the.
writing it goes. That ghostwriter shit.
That's like working for CIA. That's what it is.
Give us one.
There's nothing I can give you. There's nothing I can give you that's not mine. I can only give you what I'm a part of. That's just, you know what it is.
They want to know just one.
But they know that he's the guy.
That's a Drake line.
That's what they over there hot mouth.
That's
Stop
a Drake.
hot mouthing.
That's a Drake
Y'all know
line.
he the guy.
See,
but it's like, damn, what is he a guy of?
Well, it's like this.
All them goddamn
It's like this.
cholesterol.
Let's keep it a buck.
Fuck
It ain't
all
no
that cholesterol.
secret that Jay-Z wrote Still.
Yeah.
So why keep it a secret what you wrote?
Because he probably spoke. Not probably. He spoke
I'm talking about music that's out, not what's in the future that hasn't came out. Like what's out that you.
Because it might not supposed to be that there was ghost in that pen, and so the credits, is what they is or what not.
With the bread.
Say perhaps.
So you gotta work for hire.
Synopsis. Not even. Man, look, I thank you, nice. I appreciate the way you asked the question to see if it would be forthcoming. But again, I plead the fifth. But
stole me out,
don't
bet on me.
Yes, the fifth. But no, but there's that respect to that. I got nothing to say.
Stole me out.
I'm so proud that I've been in these rooms.
Next time they say it, just say stole me out.
2030.
No. I'm just telling you what it was then in the times that I was there.
That nigga wrote Jingle Bells, bitches.
Jingle bells,
so every
jingle
Christmas,
bells,
when you heard Jingle Bells, Bishop Lamont wrote Jingle Bells, Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me right. Bishop Lamont wrote that, bitch. And you ain't finna know nothing else on Spoken Loud Radio.
But no, but that's that energy.
Let's get to your hustle though. Like I said before, we went down the road of just a lot of people that were signed to Aftermath or whatever. I'm talking about your proactive, bro. You own so many fucking video games. You know what I mean? Like video
Shouts
game
out
sounds,
to EA, Rockstar.
Like it's the difference. You was the first rapper, one of the first rappers on NBA Live. 06, what?
Yeah, because that was just the blessings of EA, Rafi, Snurr.
Fucking Madden. Madden?
And first off, Activision with True Crimes. Shouts out to Bright Riley and Swoop. They put me in my first thing. Young Dre, The Truth, 6 John, Booyah Tribe is on that thing, Lil Easy. It was a beautiful time because we got to shine for the West Coast. So it was energy, but I was always on some future. Like, I always saw something.
On the show?
What's that?
6 John?
6 John. He nice. He came up with Neo. He came up with Neo. He came up with Schaefer, aka Schaefer. 6 John. I forget he from I don't want to misquote where he from, Pacoima, somewhere like that. But he nice. He nice. He came up with Neo. Shouts out to them. But but that was always the future. I saw video games and music, and people didn't listen to me at the label. They said, man, nobody want to hear music on video games. They were saying some stupid shit, and they was like, they don't make no money. I'm like, dog, they make more money than movies and music combined. And this was 05. So imagine me having all the games lined up, but getting stopped by the label. I'm fighting them, trying to tell them what the future is. I'm sitting in first class in Delta, watching myself on the screen for Matte and Gold Edition.
Oh, wow.
This is the power on Delta flights.
Wow.
Seeing my face. So I know the power of video games. Now look at what it is. Look, we were on apps and technology back then, but it just wasn't where it is now. And that's why I keep telling like new artists, like, man, y'all got it. Everybody paved the way. My big homies, everybody paved the way for you to have a better move to do this thing. But with the purity, like we had to fight through the fields to keep this shit. Like this shit was fragile to get it through these fucked up fields.
Signing boots and
you know what I mean?
Boot licking in the kneecap kissing.
Man, it's different in the rebel resistance when you keep your soul, when you keep your self-respect.
Sugar digging and
Hey, bro, don't fuck it up, bro. The fuck you talking about, bro?
Sugar digging and marinating.
What the
I got
fuck?
sugar down, but my salt make your feet fat.
See? Well, I can go on about that,
Mama,
but that's what I'm
fries?
saying. Yeah, like
Yeah, but you stay hella proactive, my nigga. That's why you are who you are. Your brand.
So you
is
say
what
he's
it is.
proactive like Pantene Pro V.
Yes. Fuck it. We'll go with that and Vidal
And
Sassoon.
he keeps it straight.
The
Cause you
fuck
keep
is
shit
old
straight.
Kato? I ain't fucking with Kato tonight, man. This nigga crazy.
And for us, it's Vidal Sassoon. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Can you dig it? All right, we back.
Hold on.
It's love, man. I'm on that.
And you
I'm
heard
on
him
that.
first.
I want to see people winning.
So, what you got going on right now, man? We got to do a part 2. You got so much history, bro. What's going down? Because you told me that. I suppose. I don't know. I ain't gonna bring the rabbit out the hat.
Speak. Like how you speak.
You working on a new project that you called me. You said, man, what you doing, man? Hop on something.
Yes, sir.
That's how we end up getting you here today.
Because we overdue, but let's talk about show blessings. When I was doing my listening party in Carson at Brother Daryl's Grill, and you sent that blessing over that care package. I'll never forget
Oh, yeah,
that.
come on, man.
That's so honorable.
Hey.
So, but yeah, I've been working on Just Don't Die for a while, and Just Don't Die is a mantra for where we are in the world right now. It's like, but just don't die in the sense that don't let this kill your spirit, kill your faith, kill your resilience, kill your drive. I mean, just kill your belief in self. And so I've been blessed. The big homie Chuck D on it. I don't want to say all the cats I got, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting all my OGs. I was talking to Ant Banks yesterday.
You gotta get JD from the Lynch Mob on that. You need JD from the Lynch Mob on that.
Man, I'm trying to get listen.
JD from Lynch Mob hopping on this.
Listen, all the OGs out there. I talked to Domino. I left a message for Mr. Grimm.
Oh, wow.
I talked to Thread. I talked to KD. Big Bro Hutch came through already. Medusa came through.
Medusa.
I'm trying to get all the OGs because we doing something lovely. I talked to Coolio. Like we getting everybody. LV, the Mexicans is already on there. Iron Man, Sinful.
If you wanna be
You got old school
Michael Myers. Yeah, we gotta get everybody. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting. You see what I'm saying? That's the energy we need. That's why. That's what I'm trying to.
What y'all talking about?
You feel me?
That's from the West
Man,
Coast.
shouts out about Night by Nation. But I'm getting all the big homies like West Coast Avengers, East Coast Avengers.
Right.
We doing maxi.
I'm on that motherfucker.
Let's go.
Fuck
We doing
that.
maxi single
Shame
versions
plug.
of it. So it's
Shame
more
plug.
revenue streams. It's more ways to attach charities, create NFTs. It's ways to impact community with money and make solutions because we facing some shit.
Right.
I be on the science. I ain't trying to take niggas through all that. But I'm looking at ways to impact community because for years, like being independent, this is what cats will miss. There's nothing wrong with having a job. When you go into these meetings and niggas, I'm talking about a real job, not like music ain't a real job, but before it can sustain your living and take
40
care of
hours a
your
week.
bills.
You gotta have a hustle, a side
Right,
hustle.
you dig it.
Until
So
that become your main hustle.
you dig. So when you in the meetings and they dish your music, they be like, you keep your day job. That's the best advice. You better keep a day job. But when I walked away from being at Aftermath and this kind of shit, I had been broke and normal working hard longer than I started making all that money, so I was never afraid of that. So for me, if I was going to work either in construction or whatnot, it had to have purpose. I landed at Christ Center Ministries where I was a case manager. And I had 22 clients, victims of sex trafficking, drug addiction, and homelessness. Wow. So I directly saw what was necessary. So I was still doing music, but I was serving in my communities, especially over in South Central over there, and serving these women, serving these men, serving these young people coming out of these streets and through addiction and all these things. So I then saw, look, we can take them out the streets, temporary housing, rehabilitate them. I was putting myself out there. Like I lost clients, almost got killed, had my pistol in the car. I'm like, Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark, Mr. Clark, they beating up kids.
Close the gates.
They used to call me crazy.
Close the gates.
Man, I'm out here risking it. Niggas recognize me like, ain't you Bishop Lamont? I'm like, sometimes. But today, I'm
You
case
smoke crack,
manager.
don't you?
No, man,
You know
my
what I'm saying?
homeboy.
But what I'm saying
Look,
with that
my
is,
homeboy signed to Taylor Gang with Wiz.
Shush.
This nigga work at my son's school.
Respect.
He's the gym teacher.
respect.
He signed to Wiz. You think that he signed to Wiz, he ain't gotta work. Nigga work at my son high school. He the gym teacher, my nigga.
If you gotta
He say,
do
"Nigga, I
what
just
you
ran
gotta
into
do,
your son, nigga."
if that's the bad result, but a man's gotta pick it up and do what he do. But it's like, keep a job, because then you sustain your own thing. What I'm saying with that is, that's how I funded my shit. If I didn't meet my bottom line, I'm still working. So it's nothing wrong with working, because you don't want to depend on nobody.
Right.
I always love Dame Dash for saying, why you want a nigga to sign you? What, you need a daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a boss, then be a boss all the way. You shouldn't be asking for no allowance.
And then the only thing that changes you from being a nigga that asks for allowance in the
Knuckle
boss
clutch.
is
Bam.
You just gotta pay for everything.
Right.
If you pay for everything, you're the boss.
Message.
Message.
And you don't gotta wait on
And
nobody.
artists be hella lazy and hella cheap with they self. You're spending on your fucking self and your brand.
Yourself.
You
can't.
want another nigga to put his money up instead of you.
You.
That's why you're not a boss.
Message. And before the
Message.
money starts, the self-realization has to start. You got to see value in yourself and know exactly what you out to do, and then modify your shit as you move. And that's no excuse, because that's how we was thinking as teenagers.
Right.
It wasn't exactly them words, but we had big ass words. Like, we was reading dictionaries and thesauruses and shit,
We've
trying to
been
have all
saying
the words.
metabolism.
Yeah. I'm
You know
trying
what
to be
I'm
like,
saying?
I'm trying to be like Peace or
Metamorphosis-
AC alone.
metamorphosis and
I'm
shit.
trying to come with big words, Pharaoh March. So I
I've
had
been
words.
saying Los Tanos
My nigga
Salmagate
used to-
Muchachos
A nigga I used to rap with in junior high
por
school
favor.
used to read the
Thesaurus.
Yeah, and be like,
encyclopedia.
because them
and
niggas be like that at Project Blow, bodying you. You can't, they be talking that shit, be like,
about
what?
nine of them coming in and get
what
that.
the fuck?
And we
What?
trying to do mama bags. Nigga, fuck you, your mama's a tow truck. Fuck, no,
Nigga
what,
broke
so
down the
what,
whole
stupid slut.
astral atmosphere of the world.
Astronomical, bombing, barometric, garzillion, out of the water, oceanic, tectonic plates. Be like, what that nigga say?
fuck you
And then the
Mathematic,
nigga,
Asiatic,
and then the
and
nigga turn
often
around and start
ecstatic.
shooting. That's how I made grow up. A nigga was talking that God body shit, and the nigga said, he said, what blood? And shot the little 22 off in the cipher. He was just God body
That
and
was
game
probably
bang.
Gizmo.
Yeah, that shit was
Gizmo did
crazy.
That, shit.
That
That was
reminds me of
Gizmo.
when
That was
Mobb
Gizmo.
Deep did the
That
song.
was
I don't-
Gizmo.
I remember-
I know
Shush.
what you're talking about. From the Good Life
To
the
Project
goddamn
Blow on
Project
the
Blow,
corner.
when
And-
Fat Joe got ran up out of there.
Church.
Stop playing.
And somebody, I don't want to say,
Hey man, we got Saul Fat Joe.
I remember.
He got ran up out of Project Blow though, and
for
he
real?
says it.
Hey,
Okay.
He said,
yeah, I think it was
"Stormy
Good
out,
Life. I think it was
stormy
Good
out,
Life because they wasn't filling his bars.
And he didn't know that they had a cave in there of rap Los Angeles people.
But yeah,
Friends
let's.
set in them and all these
Shush.
niggas in there, and the
Hey,
Mr. CRs, and
man,
LA Cools, and
man,
we keep
that's the-
going.
that- no,
They got
that's-
Tyler and Carly on the ropes right now.
That's the energy. No, I was gonna say with that, like for us, you had to be in the ciphers. You had to be out there in the proving grounds.
Yeah.
Like I used to see Skilo out there, AC alone. But I remember that night when whoever was in that circle and they got upset. I remember seeing the gun laid on the nigga body, and I
Is that
remember
when
that
Steve-O got
spark.
shot in his ass?
I don't remember, but he
Oh.
had the black trench coat on. But I remember when we was rhyming, and that nigga, that
Sit
gun
down.
laid on him.
You out the camera, sit down.
Oh no, I was reliving it. See, I'm high. That nigga laid the gun on him and it sparked and we ran. That's in the Grow Up song. And then we came right back and kept rhyming. That's how stupid we was.
Yeah,
Like niggas sparked. Like I didn't see no blood. Niggas like, all right, we rhyming. Maybe that, I don't know.
right there by the theater.
That's
Lamar
how
Park.
stupid we was.
At
He on the
Lamar Park,
corner.
on my mama.
Yes, sir.
But you
Yeah.
didn't know that it was God Body gangbangers.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's God Body street niggas. Where
See?
you think they got God
'Cause
Body
see,
from?
Yo, but we didn't know.
a lot
We
of
didn't know he
niggas
was
that-
coming up.
A lot of
They
niggas that was
right.
banging
didn't know.
was trying to escape through hip hop.
Yes.
But the overriding of the mentality of Los Angeles
And
just
the neighborhood.
You know
the
what I'm saying?
trigger, once you
Wasting
say
the
that was
bridges.
right there in the what he talking
You
about
had
is
to be in your
43rd Crenshaw. I know
Church.
exactly what he talking
You
about, but I
talk-
can't
yeah.
do names, but I
Uh-oh.
know what he, we gonna,
Craig's
it's
like
Christmas
wrap it
gift
up,
time.
yeah.
We're gonna
See,
wrap
part
up the
two.
Christmas gifts. Hold up. But on my mama, I know what you're talking about.
Church.
Shouts out to the Good Life Bullies.
That's why we need that over there. Shouts out to the big bro Chase. We need all that
See
energy
y'all.
over there. That was so much fun over there. Fifth Street Dicks was there. Like we was just out there. And then when Moesha started filming out there, we really thought we was doing it. But Skilo came with I Wish. That was
Oh, my
fly.
God.
It was a lot of fly shit going over there. Superb. The knots. It's so much. That's why I be like, I'm reaching for that shit. You know what I mean? The licks put me
So
on.
you from
Tila.
Inglewood and you don't give a fuck about Mac 10?
No, I'm not from Inglewood.
Carson.
No. Originally, I'm from South Central, 76 and Crenshaw.
Okay.
But the
you
Wikipedians
out
be
the
on
families.
some nonsense.
They say you from Inglewood.
I mean, whatever. Okay, we did live there. We had to move so many places. We was where with a
Right
wooden.
there, that building across from the barbershop, Fisher's Barbershop. You look right across by Fishing him in the liquor store with my
Church, right
on
there
my
next
mom, with
to
my
it.
Ethiopian nigga.
Church. Because remember, they were trying to build the church there before they built the apartment building. The preacher ran off with the money. We went to the school when the library used to be right there.
The library's right there.
Church.
And right up the street, wasn't no barbecue.
Then in the elementary school, but if you go down, if you keep going down Crenshaw, and where the library used to be on the left side, then over here, the child care center with the big pumpkin outside.
Before Louisiana
That's
Chicken,
because
y'all.
I grew up over
that
there.
little
Really.
dip. And there's the gray apartments
They
on the
don't-
left. Then the cut up by the hospital Kaiser.
Yeah. So
We gonna
and the
leave 'em-
cemetery right
we
there.
gonna leave
It's
'em
back
alone.
in the
We
street
gonna- yeah,
right there.
right there
But
by the
cats
old
don't be
Kaiser.
knowing. They don't know. I grew up. I'm really from South Central, and I had to move everywhere. I even lived in the Pueblos. Like we had to live everywhere. My mother did what she did by herself. She did it, but we had to keep moving. So I grew up all these spaces.
Right.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I
saying?
call it
Yeah.
Bishop Vermont, nigga.
There you go.
Like this on my mama.
There you go. So it's gonna move because I was there.
I said
He was
Bishop
really
Vermont.
out there on
I was really
He's on
there.
everything.
I was there.
He's at the local red light, and he's officially stamped by my history.
When fish and chips is right down the street, when you go right down the way.
Eight salt fish and chips. You
Yeah,
ain't
right
supposed- you
there,
ain't supposed
dig.
to
And the
do that.
Thrifties is
You
in
ain't supposed
there.
to do
You
that.
know.
I
I was really there when it was ABC Market. Stop it.
Boys, ABC, them boys again.
ABC,
Oh, nigga.
BBD.
When there
Y'all
was
done turned
no
this
King
shit
Boulevard, Santa Barbara.
Church.
Oh my God.
I know you
I'm
work with
fucking
Pete
with.
Rock, but you turned this shit to Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I know you reminisce over me, my
Oh
God.
God.
Y'all two start reminiscing too much.
Yo,
man.
I'm
Hey,
sorry,
let's
I'm
get back
sorry.
into the goddamn
We was
interview,
there,
man.
we was there. Okay, part two. Hey, but we just
All right.
doing some dope shit.
All
Like I
right,
just,
this is you in the hot seat, so this is when the shit get turned up, man.
Yep.
Your top 5 dead or alive MCs, my nigga. Oh, we could go 10. You probably need 10.
it's
Stop
too many.
doing that.
It's-
Five. There's 5 on it. Top 5 dead or alive, nigga.
You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Let's do it.
Bishop.
And the best answer we ever had.
Oh, no. Come on.
You're welcome.
You don't.
I'm trying to tell MCs how to be. What's wrong with that? That's how you strengthen yourself.
And we always say
But-
die line.
But that's for them.
This
so,
the first time.
so that's for them. I give them that. But this is me at my age now, where I am in my thing. So it's Bishop Lamont first, then it's Heavy D, because Heavy D is he never even cussed.
Mr.
He
Big
that big
Stuff.
and dance. He was
And
the
the
first doing
flyest
movies.
fat nigga
He was
in the
the
game.
first. He was the first cat that did a song with Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson.
Damn.
No,
Facts.
at they top. Doing the acting, putting on Soul for Real, Father
Dancing, hopping over
MC,
his
Puffy.
leg.
You don't never disrespect Heavy D.
Facts.
So Heavy D,
Got one.
We got
well, I said me,
No,
Heavy
three
D,
more.
Pac,
Pac.
yes
Yeah,
sir.
you gotta get the Mac Don. How militant you are.
We say?
I said how militant you are. You
Yeah,
gotta give Pac some
yeah.
of your game.
Yeah, I want to make sure that.
Turbo.
Yeah. This I never think about this besides Heavy D because I got to meet
Ain't no
Heavy
right
D.
or wrong answers, no order.
MC Hammer.
Oh,
Stanley.
man, that's
Because let me let you understand from the soil.
You know what?
Hammer, all these niggas hated on Hammer, but Hammer did everything people are now doing.
Right.
He was the nigga that created every fucking thing, and
The same
nobody's
book
been
presence.
able
And
to
you
top
out of line
Hammer.
because he ain't never been on none of your lists. And Hammer been told you his music hit so
Nigga,
hard
I
make
ain't
you
never
say,
said
"Oh my
my
God!"
list.
But,
Thank you for blessing me with a mind to rhyme and 2 high feet. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
Too
I've been thinking that ride for
Too
Hammer.
legit to
You
quit.
ain't never, he ain't in your top nothing.
Nigga, who said that?
Too
Have you
legit.
ever heard my top?
You ain't never. You wasn't
you
gonna
heard my
say
top?
Hammer. You wasn't gonna
But,
say
okay,
Hammer.
my
Key in
last-
your top.
And my last
All
one.
right, shut the fuck up then.
Oops.
I'm talking to this nigga Kato.
Yeah, he got
And
me on
for me
that.
though,
He got
and
me
for
on
me
that.
though,
Got me on that.
This is
one.
just
I
one of
was
my
never
lists.
gonna say
Corrupt.
Ice-T on no list.
Corrupt all day. Raz,
Corrupt,
I
yes.
have to keep going. My heroes are alive and they my big homies, but it's like RBX, it's too many. But I go just for me, Heavy D is my hero. MC Hammer's my hero. Scarface.
Yes.
So fucking
One
Spice
more.
One.
Spice.
Fucking
Spice
Spice
out.
One.
Spice was here. Pac favorite.
Oh, man,
That was Pac favorite.
Spizzy is spices energy. Like you don't like. I ain't even man. Come on, man. Be legit. Be legit. The Hip Museum. Like stop. I got too many heroes. I got too many heroes. Tila from Suave House. It's too many nice ones.
I'm so tired of balling because there's too many bitches on my dick.
That's my nigga.
I'm so tired of balling.
And we was gonna rap a lot together.
You dig? So it's a lot of
label mates.
You got me with
All right, that shit is too complicated, man.
Yeah, it's too complicated.
The iced tea bar.
The motherfucking NBA is about to start back up. Top 5 NBA players, dead or alive.
That's where you got me. I don't watch basketball.
You know? No Jordan, no Brown.
Top 5 comedians.
Oh shit, here we go.
Let's go.
Richard Pryor, George Carlin.
Who?
George Carlin.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle.
Okay. And one more.
Robin Williams.
Oh,
you know what? I'm gonna go Jim Carrey. I'm gonna go Jim Carrey.
He went so fast to
Jim
get another one. Yeah.
Jim Carrey is another kind of individual, and I gotta share that slot. I gotta share that slot with Damon Wayans. You gotta see this documentary on the Comedy Club to see Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans' genius. Like different levels.
Is that on Netflix or what is that on?
I forget what it's on, but it's called the Comedy Club.
It's on Fire Stick.
It covers Sam Kinison. It covers Andrew Dice Clay. It covers everything.
That nigga was
But
a
the
beast.
interesting thing is Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans' attitude when approaching getting over your fear of the stage. So that's something I invite everybody out there, like, see the Comedy Club. It's lessons to understand the power of stand-up, because like them, we using our voice and we got to command the crowd. We gonna have hecklers. There's a power, and Jim Carrey did some wild shit.
I need to
Him
watch
and
that.
Damon, you got to see it. Huh?
He did Mask. He was the one that always would do the different characters and shit.
He from In Living Color, and again, Heavy D, who did the music on
Living Color.
Come on, man.
Heavy D.
Man. I always bring it back to Heavy D.
Man,
They do not give. He didn't cuss. Heavy D like a bag of blue funk. We can go on. Heavy D was dancing. Heavy D made me dance. How can you not dance?
Top 5 actors.
Oh shit. All right.
My 5.
Let's see. Sidney
you got
Poitier.
five?
Sidney
You got 5 on
Poitier.
it? You always got 5 on it. I want to hear the actor shit because they going to tell her who he going to say.
Sidney Poitier. Of course, Denzel. Marlon Brando. I love Pacino. De Niro without question. But there's something that has to be said about Meryl Streep. Glenn Close. I love Michael Douglas and his father. Exceptional. Like I go old school with that shit because it's very dear to my heart. I love the profession, so I'll be Denzel Smith in another life, and I'm finally getting to do more of that. But man, there's so many exceptional
So you're about to start
actors.
hopping into the acting lane.
I was doing it before, like, but I was.
And you already do stunts. So
Yeah, but that was back then. Now my body,
shoulders
I
fucked
have
up.
stunt doubles. You know what I mean? I
Some
ain't
make
even.
your feet fat.
Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins is so. Christopher Walken is incredible.
Christopher Walken is the king of New York.
Yeah,
He's
and it's
legendary. And he could dance like a motherfucker.
The real Frank
Kevin
White.
Spacey is so exceptional. Kevin
Man, he got them
Spacey is
cases,
so.
though, man. Don't say them
it's
no more.
acting. You know, we talking about his acting. I'm talking about what is on film. I ain't saying nothing else because I want him trying to kill me. So, but yeah, it's actors like that, man. Like
All right,
it's a
so-
great range. Yeah.
They dope, man. All the people you named is hella dope, but that last guy, I don't know what type of his case looking like.
Yo,
whatever.
but Kevin
Good luck.
Spacey is incredible. Kaiser Sose.
Yo, hella dope.
That whole
He's dope.
and Seven.
But
Was it
look,
Seven?
R. Kelly is the best, but we can't listen to R. Kelly right now.
Okay.
Of certain
I'm never
You
giving
can-
Chocolate Factory back.
You can
got
listen
me
to
fucked
The
up.
radio won't play
I'm not
it.
giving
I can
Chocolate
listen
Factory
to it,
back.
but the radio won't play it for a reason.
TP2.com. You can have Love Letter back.
Yo, he funny.
But I'm not giving some of that shit back. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, that's-
I'm
that's
keeping
a- that's
Chocolate
a-
Factory.
Hey,
I'm
that's
keeping
a-
Untitled.
that's a personal
I'm
choice.
keeping you can have that one the TP2, but the one I Wish.
Oh, but it's
when you
some,
have the fake
there's
braids,
some
I'm
flavors on
keeping
that
album.
TP2 though.
My nigga, for one, I don't ask
nigga,
that much
please,
out of
if you
artists
don't
when I start
stop,
liking their
no.
music.
A Woman's Threat. It's a lot of.
I'm
It's a
saying
lot of
because
sauce
I
on
just
that
want to
thing.
say this on the air. It's going to take me 1 second.
Say it, brother.
Some people ask for too much out of artists. I never knew Robert Sylvester such and such. I knew the music that came out. I liked it. If I'm gonna judge people on their lifestyle that I know nothing about the time I start liking the music, then you can say, I don't like Luther because of this. I don't like such a, I'm not doing
Hold on,
that.
nigga.
The music
Wait, hold
ain't
on.
done nothing to me.
Okay, man, cool.
But
It's
you
all
ain't getting
good.
Chocolate Factory back.
Now,
Fuck y'all.
Let me tell you
You
this.
see, he said, I got something to say.
Let me tell you this. After you make all that beautiful music, and you got a line in your song that, you may be young, but you ready.
That's
Hold
Keith
on.
Sweat. That's Keith Sweat.
That's Keith Sweat.
So who fuck you talking about?
But it's a lot of problems. It's a lot
remind me of my
hey,
Jeep, all the
but
bullshit.
Jodeci did it.
Now you mad at the Hummer. You wouldn't have never bought no Hummer.
He wrote ain't nothing but a number. He wrote
Now,
that for Aaliyah,
thank
nigga.
you. Now,
When
thank
you.
you.
Write,
Now, thank you.
nothing
And that's
but
what
a
I'm trying to
number, nigga.
avoid.
But
I'm
thank
not
you.
trying to get into
But
that shit.
thank you for bringing that up. That's a personal choice. So how I revere Aaliyah, when I found that out, I stopped fucking with R. Kelly. But I respect R. Kelly, but that was my choice. And then me having a daughter later, and he kept repeating the same shit, I still pray for
Bishop,
him.
long as you've been in the game, that been a secret.
It wasn't
Just
a secret
because
for
now-
me because I
no,
already
that
knew.
been- no, that's been that you've been a knowing secret.
You know what
So
that
is
shit
it because
is.
of right now? Because you can't say 9
Free
years
Kel.
ago you
Free
was
Kel.
cool because we knew Aaliyah was 15 in 1994.
I was
we knew she was
off it.
15 in 94.
I
So
was-
let's stop acting like
I
that's
was,
our
no,
reason.
I'm speaking for me. I was off it when that happened because that's
You was off it back then? Oh, I'm gonna
that's
leave you
personal
alone
to me
then.
because I had a
I'ma
crush on
leave
Aaliyah.
you alone
I
then.
had a crush on Aaliyah. I had a
See,
crush
I'm
on
leaving
Aaliyah.
you
It was
alone
personal.
for that.
Yeah,
But the
no, this
status
is-
quo don't get to act like.
No, but that's
pee on
just
you.
that's just a personal feeling. I respect that. If you don't want to listen to his music, you
But
don't
see,
have to.
I'm not conjoining
Or
the
listen
shit
to
with the
his
music
music.
because that all I'm saying is that's not the only artist motherfucker need to be canceled if we on this cancel shit. Because
Listen.
a lot of people done weird shit. It's
Listen.
just this shit is publicized and whoop de whoop because
This
much
is what
as
they
this
miss.
man loved
This
this
is what
man,
they miss.
Michael Jackson got shit and look, Yuck love him some Michael.
Listen, this
you
is what they
talking about
miss.
Michael to Yuck?
I'm gonna save it for you. I'm
You
gonna
love
save it for
Michael,
you
nigga.
though.
And you don't want nobody talking.
I'm gonna save it for you.
Franco.
I'm gonna save it for you. You don't gotta explain it. It's a motherfucker's choice. He got beautiful catalog. Like if Gotham City for the Ghetto remix comes on, I'm not gonna walk away. I'll
Come on,
stand
you
there. It's
can't
not-
walk in Gotham City, my
Gotham
man.
City for the ghetto. I'm just
Yeah,
making a
check
joke.
this out.
But
Let
my
me make
point
a
is, it's your
disclaimer.
choice. I don't fucking care.
Let me make
It's
a
how you
disclaimer.
I don't think
feel.
you like him personally because I don't think you
Let me
know him. I'm
land.
just talking
Let me
about.
land. Let
Yeah,
me make
go.
a disclaimer.
Speak.
R. Kelly is played in the crib. I'm just saying, as America and the radio
There you
people
go. It's a
and
choice.
The people, yeah,
Can't
they
serve two
ban the
masters.
nigga.
Either it's fuck
get
cuz
too
or
on the
not.
fence. They get too on
He
the
gets
fence with some
played in the
phony
crib.
shit. It's like, nigga, okay, you won't play him, but you'll play Africa Bambaataa, Planet Rock, and you know what the situation with that is, right? Right? No. That's what people
Now you
say.
done brought up crazy arms.
No, but you see what they'll say?
His victim, crazy
And
arms.
they'll
what I'm
say stuff
saying.
like that, and I'm like,
And what did I
won't-
say, Bishop?
Yeah, crazy
I
legs
don't.
and crazy arms.
When I
Listen,
started
crazy arms
having
out
a
there
knowing
said
of
that.
these artists that we talking about, they personal shit wasn't in my world that made me like them.
But this is my point that I'm trying to say. That's me because being in the industry, I had known it for years. That's
So
different.
do we go stop liking everybody that sat on the purple couch?
That's funny.
So you gonna stop watching movies? Is what you're gonna stop doing?
If that's what you choose to do.
So we
'cause,
gotta pick and choose our wars.
But that's their personal person if you see it as
Yeah,
a war. For me, it's a
yeah,
preference,
yeah.
it's a choice. I'm not
Good
gonna argue
word.
with nobody about what I choose to do with my
Preference.
life.
On my
Well, I
mind.
gotta tell you about how I feel about some shit. What you eat don't make me shit, as they say. So that's why I say live how you live, listen to what you want to listen to. But I never judge a man or a woman when I'm into their art. They art ain't even
And
them
yeah,
most of the time.
I didn't know-
Because
yeah,
I seen it
that's not them.
firsthand.
And
So
that's the
I
point
know
I'm
a
trying to
different
make.
world.
Yeah, that's the
why
point I'm trying to
I'm
make.
not perplexing the public with that because they don't know what they looking at. Celebrities ain't shit. We just people.
Since you are, I'm gonna ask you a deep ass question before
Bless
we get out of
me,
here.
'cause I'm high and I
we
gotta get my
talking
daughter
about all
home.
this- Let's talk about how they treating the Haitians.
Don't get me started.
Come on, because you're a deep individual. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Now, they say that it's pictures of people riding horses and with whips, which is false because it's really the string to ride the horse. Nobody ain't got no real full-blown whip and whip somebody.
Yeah, as
He's
far as-
leaning off the horse, grabbing somebody,
Yeah.
and he has the fucking horse.
Yeah.
Whatever that you hold on to the horse in your
Yeah.
hand. But they, you know what I mean, they perpetuate. But anyway, it's totally fucking wrong. How do you feel?
You just said what it is. It's totally fucking wrong. But Haitian shit runs in my blood, and my shit is on that because we understand what the Haitians did, and we're the only ones that were successful for slavery revolts back then. We were just having this conversation. So you look on my Instagram, you're gonna see flags. You're gonna see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that goes deep to the heart. We know what the fuck they did to Napoleon. We know what the fuck that is about. And they had made a declaration to all of the world that they was gonna liberate more people from slavery. So that same island contains the Dominican Republic. So why is one side attacked and rocked by earthquakes and fucked off and impoverished, and the other side can be for tourism? We understand that shit.
Right.
So absolutely. So I don't fuck around, but I don't believe in being on Instagram and acting as if what I post is enough. So my actions have to be other,
Right.
and move where it's not in your sight, if it is or if it isn't. So we don't play them games, you know what I mean? But we know, we with that, because God's people has to be protected and spoke on. These are the times that we in. Just like it or not, Babylon is falling.
Yo,
God is good all the time. Talk
they
about
hate
it.
when we fight back and win, my nigga. And they will hold a fucking
Message!
for hundreds of thousands
And that's
of
what we
fucking
looking
years.
at being done to Haiti. That's why they doing that. But yet you're going to give passage to all
So
these
what is it,
Afghans,
18 what,
these
1842?
brothers and sisters from Afghanistan. I don't want to get the brother's name wrong. Toussaint. There's a couple of
Toussaint
generals.
Lamont.
Yeah. There's a couple, because one that was
Toussaint
tricked
Lamont.
and was in prison, but he was
Yeah.
slaughtering them motherfuckers.
My girl's great
And I got so many cats from France, but it's like we know what the French did back then, and still getting money off Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Getting a
Shout
stipend.
out
Like we have to
Wyclef.
talk about the real shit. Shouts out to Wyclef Pros.
the only
I love the
fucking nigga
Fugees
you
coming back together. Jerry Wonder, that whole energy. But that's how I feel about that. But I'm more.
So they still, basically, in so many words, they still got hatred because they beat motherfuckers' ass, and the first ones to really win.
They were the only ones that whooped everybody's
To win,
ass.
period.
And I mean that's the same. I mean you know the science. I don't be trying to get on that unless people want that. But we
But
understand. We
Napoleon
see
is
what's
dead
happening.
than a motherfucker. Like, why are they still holding his grudge?
It's a
Because
complex.
that's what they have
because
to
that
do.
was a motherfucker that
They-
wasn't supposed to win that won.
I mean,
and
yeah,
henceforth
let's
the
look at it.
Napoleon
These are the
complex.
same people that have to relive the Civil War. That's the only fucking war that they have to keep redoing.
lost that
like it's
shit.
gonna be a different outcome.
They lost that shit.
Do y'all do
That's
that with
where
any
the
other fucking
vaccination
war?
war is
No,
coming
this
in
is
at
how
now.
infatuated with they are having to give up ownership of us as creatures.
lost that shit.
You know,
Right,
dig?
they
So
lost
there's always a settle to score. I mean, a score to settle.
When America
and we
got
understand
beef
where
with
we live.
itself,
Yeah.
America lost.
Babylon
to
is falling.
itself.
Right. Facts.
Babylon is falling.
And
They
they
lost
gonna,
to
they
Vietnam.
gonna,
Nigga, they lost a couple times.
And that's,
Nigga,
that's
fuck
why
outta
they
here,
always
nigga.
shut
Them
down
niggas
that
is
first.
losing.
That's why they always shut down the first 7 presidents when we had the black president.
When we left, nigga, Afghanistan, nigga, they beat our ass. Nigga, they on boats and shit with like little ferry boats and shit with choppers.
Want me to
in
tell
the
you when
water,
we
like,
won?
Yeah, thanks for all this
We
shit.
won.
United
When,
States.
we won when James Patterson was the president, and they erased them 7 presidents from history.
Wow.
That's
there
when
you
we
go.
won.
There you go.
That's why that shit ain't in history. We
There
have
you
won.
go. I mean, we can,
That's
you
where the
know,
more- that's where the
so we
more
understand
come
it.
from.
I mean, we understand the Reconstruction period
That's where
and
the
what we had
more
already
come
done.
from.
So my
And when they
question-
talk
We have
about
won.
that being destroyed, but it was burned down twice, 3 times.
Yeah,
even.
and they erased the
We
books.
talk about what happens in Nat Turner and so on. In other words,
happened
now I was probably Nat Turner in a
Black
past
Wall
life.
Street,
I'm on that shit. I am not.
Panthers,
That's why I don't work
Black
in the
Wall
industry.
Street,
And the
everything.
cold crush.
I don't work in the industry because I can't be bought or sold, and I'll burn shit down. I'm that guy. You can't. I'm
Nigga,
not.
we are talking deep politics. This nigga
Yeah.
said the cold crush.
That's
the
why I
only
didn't
nigga
become
worried
a
about the cold
superstar.
crush.
A lot of
Jay-Z.
history been burned down, even through hip hop.
Jay-Z is worried about the cold
It
crush.
it all matches up.
He gonna get you back for what niggas did to the cold crush.
Yeah.
Anyway,
First
man,
something, then
they
the Fat
trying to
Boys
get-
break up,
yeah,
and
they
then I
trying to
wake
get
up.
the Haitians
We gotta
back for
lighten
what
it
they
up.
did.
This is
Yeah,
a
let's
show
know
at the
it's
end
all
of the day.
peace. It's all love. Like that's we seen it. I'm just amazed that we alive to see
my
everything
God.
They
happen.
send everybody
Edges.
back.
Shut the
What?
fuck
What's
up.
that?
The Haitians at the border. 'Cause
I
they just
haven't
disappeared.
tapped in. I'll be taking a mental dive from the
Yeah, that
negativity.
shit disappeared. I
You know
think
what I mean?
Mike Son and then went down there.
That's dope.
And it was like empty, like barely nobody there. They like moved everybody. I
You
don't
know how they doing their deviltry, and it's just wrong to treat people like that anywhere. But we know what it is.
But they causing problems, like you said, the earthquakes and shit, all that type of wild shit. The economy, their president get killed. Like,
You see it all line up. It was the same shit going on in Venezuela, but that's another conversation.
oh, that's
We
a
ain't-
whole nother Venezuela.
My uncle works for Homeland Security, and you know my family, military, whatnot. So we got
You know exactly
I got
what's
friends.
up.
I got I know.
Some cold text
On
messages
that
coming
note,
through your
man,
goddamn
shit,
barbecue.
man.
God
What
damn.
message do you got? You know what I mean for the youth coming up in this rap game? You having so much of an extent history. You know what I mean with the OGs to the new people that's just killing shit. What advice would you give a new artist coming up in the game and get around some big guys? You know what I mean? Who he think they're gonna sign think gonna sign them and take them to the next level, what advice would you give that artist?
The advice I give anyone that has the wherewithal to want to be master of self. So this is where there's 2 ways the road can go, maybe 3. You choose to be someone who is put together, just had water, or you already know who you want to be yourself, or maybe you got to be a puppet. So for me, you have to choose one of those lanes, or you become that person that decides, I don't need those lanes and I'm a fly. When people talk about don't burn bridges, I don't need a fucking bridge because I float. I'm looking down at the perspective. So what I need artists out there to do is to see a whole new way to be. Stop subscribing to what other people have been. Like people always say, I'm gonna be the new Malcolm X. There can never be another Malcolm X. And where he ended, you have to look at what he did and begin something new. So every artist should look at everything like Bruce Lee did martial arts, and then he made, Jeet Kune Do. He truncated shit. He took the best of everything, but yet you have to create your own new model.
You said truncated shit?
Truncate, yeah. He cut out the best parts of all the different martial arts and created Jeet Kune Do, or creating a 1-inch punch. He understood there was a way to shorten things, but to have the same impact. So with technology and where people are and children, where they are in their energy, they are supposed to surpass us, and that's why we did all our work.
You basically want everybody to just find them an unpaved road.
Yeah, that's the best way, so you free. That's the real freedom, when you see your own world, when you design your own reality, when you know your own self-value. Don't let nobody tell you what you're worth or who you remind me. Fuck that. I'm not them. I'm only me.
Put a shelf life on your value.
Don't limit me, and don't try to limit me. Don't try to define me. Don't tell me who I am or how I should feel or how I should operate in the world and how everything is supposed to impact me because it didn't work for you. You're supposed to project on me your shit. I want people to really go already. I'm enough. I am everything I need to be. And where you have to adjust it, fucking adjust it. But if you're waiting there thinking it over too much, you're watching life pass you by. Life happens when you make the choices to participate in it 100% with no doubt. You are enough. Stop letting niggas make you think you aren't worthy. They're the ones that are scared about to lose their job if they don't get some new energy in. Well, how's that?
Don't let a motherfucking nigga fire you.
Message, and I'ma leave it. That's
and
my
on that
part 2.
Motherfucking note, man. We gonna do a part 2, man, because this brother is deep.
Nigga fire nigga.
Nigga fire nigga.
My own damn fraternity.
And I gotta get my daughter home because she got school in the morning. This is that energy. Yeah.
Salute to the fam. The brother came through, the daughter, everybody.
Oh,
man,
my
you came
mama.
through with number fam, man. Thank all y'all for coming through, man. Give them your social media handles and all the shit where they can get your new music and shit, everything. Give them the shit.
Yeah, Bishop Lamont 1. That's Instagram. Bishop Lamont Twitter. I'm on TikTok thanks to my daughter. I'm still figuring that shit out. You know what I mean?
You about it, huh?
Yo, my daughter's my first A&R for Monster Jam Sanctuary. She be teaching me about artists. She go by Lambo Kenny.
Don't have Junebug challenge.
Yo, we ain't doing. I'm 42.
I wish I would see you walk around the kitchen talking about some bullshit.
I might have some good
You better
weed.
have the kids with you.
I mean, yeah, I might not. You know what I mean? You know, some days you be trying to work the bones.
I'm finna be tapping in with you.
You feel like Boogaloo Shrimp. You know what I mean? You be out there.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
Crazy
that. Shut the fuck off.
Yes. So, but Instagram is really where to find me. Twitter, but like Instagram is the best place because then I'll be doing IG lives and letting people see how the studio works because I want people to see the process. That's the other thing. He already said it. You got to invest in yourself, and you can't. There's no shortcuts to excellence. Everything takes time. You got to build it. Take your time. Stop trying to cut the line. Take your time. God gonna prepare your steps. Don't doubt that. Just go. Love what you doing. That's it. Keep doing it. Don't let nobody tell you not to do it. Even if that person is your mama, your daddy, whoever. You can't let nobody change your mind about what you know in your heart to be what you want. If it's right, if it's real, it's yours. That's it. Message.
Amen.
Hey, man. That motherfucker.
Holy water.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
He's real. The church say amen.
Amen.
That's nigga, that's tabernacle, that's church.
Cathedral.
This has been another motherfucking episode of Smoke A Lot Radio, man. It's your host with the most cool out of smoke.
I could never do that one.
That's a
Yeah,
RoboCop.
motherfucking mouth.
I could never do that one. Or the Roger Rabbit. Damn it, never mind. I could do Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, with Bishop
Yes.
This motherfucker.
Bishop Vermont. That's going down.
So y'all niggas is a house dance together.
Yes, I was a houser. I was a break dancer
This
and a
nigga was a
houser.
house dance
My
alumni.
flat top
He was
was
a king
crazy.
of house dancing.
Oh yes.
I was fake ass. You got started.
Raz
I was a fake
is.
ass Columbus short.
Raz
I was
is.
like Columbus short.
Yep, raisin. That was my move right there. That was my move right there. You couldn't tell me nothing. Ooh, and the drop down with the split.
Man, fuck y'all. We was cracking.
Redhead Kingpin. You got to do the right thing. Oh, Kwame.
Doing this shit.
Kwame.
Yeah.
Polka dots, bitch.
You understand me?
What
Shouts
the
out to
fuck,
Kwame.
man?
Ooh, yeah, that's.
Hey, the illest nigga though, the illest.
Break it down.
Was the nigga that threw their leg and
Oh,
put their
yeah,
arm-
no, that's
and the
that
nigga
shit.
that threw his arms and go the whole
Man,
arm, that
man.
double jointed nigga.
Man.
He was the illest houser ever. That nigga that could do his
I
whole
done had
shit
him
like
me.
this.
Listen.
And then
I was
put his
like
shit under
Scoop
his
and
arm.
Scrap Lover, Big
Was
Yeah,
you
I was
Daddy
about to
Kane
say
Kane
Big
dancer.
Daddy Kane's dancers.
Big Daddy Kane's
Oh my
dancers.
God, you know,
Yeah,
heavy
these
D and the
double-jointed
boys.
nigga that could do their
Like-
whole
like-
arm behind
Trouble
their
T.
back, nigga.
Roy.
It was a lot.
And motherfucking Trouble T. Roy.
It was a
in there,
lot
man.
of, it was a like Father MC, his dancers,
His
like
dancers, yeah.
it was a lot of cats that was, but Hammer, that's why I'm saying niggas cannot front on Hammer. Oaktown 357, BNGB, them niggas come deep. That nigga, man. And
He said his music hit him so hard, make him say,
Hammer be
"Oh my God."
slapboxing in the parking lot with his bodyguards and niggas. Hammer so hood and his brother, like, but he was taking people out the hood and blessing them. But this nigga,
Buying helicopters and
this
shit.
nigga would miss a beat, would miss a word. Like you gotta respect Hammer for so many
I'm
different
finna
reasons.
turn that nigga on my Instagram tomorrow.
Man, church.
Y'all get ready for Hammerfornia.
Church.
Hammerfornia is gonna be on Instagram tomorrow morning.
Man.
Get ready.
The Addams
Follow me.
Family, the Addams Family song, I still know that shit.
He wanted to battle Michael.
That's where he made a mistake. That's where he made a mistake. But guess
That's
what?
where he fucked up
The
at.
only reason he made a mistake is because he didn't beat him. But he was supposed to challenge Michael. Ain't nobody supposed to be better than you. Ain't nobody ice coated than yours.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, well, so what? Let's find out.
You get the authentic African medallions, bro. You had to get them shits from like
On
Chuck
some
D or something.
X-Clan.
Chuck D is your homie. He gave you the joints.
African, very African. No,
Come
my
and
wife.
step in brothers' temple,
my
see
wife,
what's happening.
my wife, Cammy. No, these are her from
She
a child.
made those?
Listen, no, this is from a childhood, and this is her best friend Freddie that passed
So
as
that's
a child.
the original
It's
ones
the
from
real
back in the
ones.
day. I knew
Yes.
it.
That's all
Yes.
leather.
That's the
Yo,
real
that's
boys.
leather.
That's
Hold
the
on.
real ones, my nigga. They didn't know. Before we was wearing this, we was wearing that.
That's the real ones. That's the energy.
Oh,
That's
nigga,
what I'm
see, he got
on.
snake skin on one.
Nigga,
That's the
I used to
energy.
bump the UMC's blue
Oh, he
cheese.
killed it.
Oh, UMC's.
The blue cheese off this, man.
Ooh, but that's the
Nice and
energy.
smooth. I'm
killed
gonna
him
make
with
it
that,
real
bro.
funky for
Jungle
you.
Brothers,
Jungle
Black
Brothers.
Sheep, you know, Queen
Ladies
Latifah, all
love the
them was
Daisy
having all
Age
this.
tribe.
X-Clan.
That was the Daisy Age.
X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers.
Sir Mix-a-Lot,
Poor Righteous Teachers.
everybody was wearing these. This the move.
That was
You heard it here first on Smoking on
Put that
Radio.
shit back on. That's fly. I ain't
Oh
tell
no,
you
it's
that,
just
that
love.
shit
It's-
fly
it's-
shit.
You know what it is.
But
that's the
man, we
energy.
got motherfucking Bishop Lamont. We gonna do a part 2 on this motherfucker, man. This man
Yeah.
gave us blessed us with so much motherfucking game, man. This
Yes.
Smoke a Lot Radio live, man. We starting to go live, man. Y'all need to tune in every motherfucking Wednesday night. You know what I mean? With the kid, the motherfucking host with the most culatto smoke, and the beautiful,
Shush.
and the illest thing in Nebraska, B.
California, oh my mama.
And we are at the motherfucking world famous coin motherfucking
We at the coin,
academy,
bitch.
man. We at the coin, you dig? The compound, Julie Brown, you feel me? Yada da.
What up, Mac?
Young Mouth TV and Digital Soulbox Network. You dig? We out this bitch, man. Bishop, say something to him, man.
That's it. You know
Blessings, blessings. We out this bitch. Bye bye. We gone.
Thank you.
Tyrone, get your money on.
Thank
Give
you.
me their vitamins.